And what's good, everybody? Welcome back here once again to Behind the Arc Basketball with a great matchup in store going down in a couple minutes from now with a tip-off. Two teams inside the top 25, number 17 ranked the Houston Cougars. In a Lone Star State showdown going up against the number 14 ranked Texas Tech Red Raiders. This one on the neutral court here, Dickies Arena, Fort Worth, Texas, for this one going down as part of the Southwest Showcase. Two great backcourts going up against each other, and I'll be on the play-by-play call of this one, folks, for this game here as we welcome you guys out onto the stream here. Raptor, what's good here for stopping on by? No problem that you can't make the stream, man. Enjoy the rest of your day, brothers. We got Vaughn back in here. Justin, welcome in. And Coy as well, looking for Houston in this one. Looks like Vaughn made the worst decision fantasy football. He started Jared Goff over Big Ben. Has no clue about the game on Tuesday. Sorry to hear that, man. Yeah, no clue if the Ravens Steelers are even going to go on for that game on Tuesday. They're still planning on going on for that game. Just crazy games we got here in college basketball. I covered a game Kentucky against Richmond earlier today, and Richmond came out with a W, and that one over Kentucky. Just crazy stuff going on as far as college hoops and also in the NFL as well throughout today. Bradley, welcome in, man. Hope all is well here. Yeah, insane. Tyreek Hill over 200 receiving yards in the first quarter alone. That was crazy. Yeah, Buccaneers just struggling there, and the Chiefs just crushing the Buccaneers right now. 17-0 with still just under 8 minutes left to go before halftime. We'll keep you guys updated with scores throughout today, what's going down in college football as well as the NFL as well as college basketball for this one in this game here. But Texas Tech 2-0, looking strong so far. Wins against Northwestern State 101-58 their first game, and Sam Houston State as well in their second game. Rodney, what's good, man, for stopping them by. Mac McClung, great transfer pickup from Georgetown, and he is looking good. Leading scorer for the Red Raiders so far. He is averaging 19 through 2 games, 20 in the first one, 18 in the second one, as well as just they have a tremendous backcourt here. Kyler Edwards, Terrence Shannon, and also at Ford getting the rebounds. Great transfer pickup once again. Senior Marcus Santos Silva from VCU, Taunton, Mass native, and he has been doing a great job as well here for Texas Tech. This team has looked incredibly deep so far, and him on the front court here looking to lead the Red Raiders inside today, going up against an unexperienced front court of Houston, which lost 3 key pieces here, and 2 of them in the offseason. Nate Hinton, leading rebounder for Houston, that left to go to the NBA draft early. Also, senior Chris Harris graduated from the program, and a huge loss they suffered in the offseason. Fabian White Jr. tore his ACL as he was the number 2 rebounder on Houston's squad last season. And this team's more of a small ball lineup here for the Cougars, as they are having like players here at Ford kind of get used to playing with a team here for the first couple of games right now. And one of the players that did break out, though, he got 14 rebounds, was a freshman here for Houston, Jawan Roberts. So a little bit encouraging sign here for Houston as we're going to get this game. Wow, there's quite a lot of fans in the stands for this game as I'm looking at it right now. This game is out in Texas at the Dickies Arena. And looking at this right now, we're going to tip off this game. But I just saw the above screen view right there, the press box, and there are a good amount of fans in the stands next to each other as we just tip off this game right now. Texas Tech going in the black uniforms to go right to left in the court. Houston in the red jerseys for this one. Red Raiders control the tip. They get the basketball first. Pass over to Mac McClung at the left elbow. Moves over to the free throw circle. Takes the jumper. No good by the Red Raiders there by Micah Peavy, the 4-star freshman, and Houston gets the basketball. First possession now for the Cougars as they have it at the left wing. Marcus Sasser had a great opening game against Lamar. They won 89-45. Sasser had 25. And then Quentin Grimes, former Kansas Jayhawk transfer, he had 25 in the last one. Left corner 3. Houston knocks it down as they're up on the board first 3-zip. And they defend the perimeter better than any team in college basketball right now for the Cougars. Alex Dutu, welcome on board here. He's got Houston out in this one. As Texas Tech turns over the basketball, Houston with a steal, missed the layup though, hit the rim short, and Santos Silva comes up with a board for Texas Tech. Red Raiders' third possession they have in McClung, top of the key. Moves over to the left wing to Shannon. Shannon has it, holds the basketball, first minute through right now. If you guys are new in the channel, spike that thumbs up, hit that like, hit that sub as I cover play-by-play. Nice pass inside, over to number 5 for Texas Tech, Micah Peavy. The freshman puts it up and in for 2 off the backboard. Texas Tech, by the way, this is their first time trailing this season as they are trailing now 3-2. To the first minute and a half so far in this game, Houston moves it out to the perimeter, takes another three. That one's up, got it. Perfect 2-2 to start out for the Cougars, and they were struggling from three in their first two games here. What they do best is defend the perimeter, but Justin Gorham knocked it down. Texas Tech now possesses the ball. McClung at the top. This should be a great game between these two teams. Sten, welcome on board here. Appreciate it for stopping on by. I don't know anymore. Welcome on here once again. They have it at the top of the key for Texas Tech. They move it out to the left wing. They're going to take a three. They knock it down. 40% from three-point line so far through two games for the Red Raiders. They have that perimeter touch on them. Such a deep team here. And Terrence Shannon Jr. hit one down. Houston now with the ball. Nice ball movement. Left corner three. No good off the mark. And Texas Tech comes up with a board. This game's moving so far right now. Red Raiders. Dish out to the left wing. Shot fake Edwards. Pass over to the top here. Peavy. They're going to move it out to McClung. Took a three. No good though. He missed it off the mark. Houston gets the ball right back. This game's moving fast. I like the offenses of these two teams clicking along so far compared to the last game. That was rough going by with Houston against Kentucky earlier today. Richmond versus Kentucky earlier today, but Houston has it top of the key, and looks like we have stoppage in time here. It's going to be on Houston. They pick up the foul. It's offensive away from the basketball, and Texas Tech will get the ball right back. So 6-5 so far in this one. Red Raiders will get it back. 17-17 left to go first half. Hey, what's good, Kawhi? Welcome in, man. Glad to have you stop on by, brother. Tampa just scored now, 17-6. Thanks so much for the update there, Alex DudeTube. Yeah, Tampa Bay is really struggling today in that game against Kansas City. Tyreek Hill absolutely balling out in that one. Texas Tech is the favorite to win this game on the line. I think they were, let's see here. We're on our first time out of the game right now, so 6-5 the score. I think Texas Tech was 1.5-point favorites. Yeah, it's been a while. Glad to have you on the channel. We'll keep you guys posted. Scores throughout college basketball. Also the NFL going on as well. Rhode Island got a quick bucket there up against San Francisco 2-zip. Other scores going on college basketball right now with games going down. Creighton, number 11 ranked Creighton leading North Dakota State 47-31. Number 24 ranked Rutgers leading Hofstra 52-40. Number 18, Arizona State, obliterating Houston Baptist as ASU leads that one 91-49. And TCU winners over Liberty. Tight game 56-52. TCU is 3-0. Oh, man, looks like I'm only winning I don't know anymore in fantasy by 8. I got two players, though, later in fantasy for the rest of this week. And one of those is Tyler Lockett on Monday night. Raiders and Nathan Peterman playing quarterback. Ouch. The Raiders are falling apart right now. They got destroyed today by Atlanta. Not even close. 43-6. That's just bad. Quite the day in the NFL with some of these games. And Saints versus Broncos. Saints lead it with 1 minute before the half. 14-0. So we are back into this one, 6-5 now the score. As we just entered this game a couple moments ago, almost 3 minutes through so far. Micah Peavy, he's got 2. Terrence Shannon Jr., he's got 3. As Houston gets the basketball right back off the steal. Cougars have it now at the top of the key. They got 3 by a 4, Justin Gorham, and Quentin Grimes got 3 points as well. So far off a 3-point shot. So they are 2 for 4 from the floor. And they've hit down 2 3-point shots so far. Houston going to take another 3. That one no good. It was halfway home, rattled out. Rebound goes right back over to Texas Tech. Red Raiders have it. Mac McClung at the top of the key. Dribbles towards his left. Slides it over back to the top here into the hands of Shannon. Bounce pass now to Santos Silva. He's double team, moved it back off the fingertips. Houston comes up with a steal. Houston drives right to the bucket in transition. That's going to be a big block underneath, but they're going to call a blocking foul by Texas Tech as the Cougars will go to the free throw line and shoot 2 shots coming up. 16:28 left to go. Yeah, Falcons getting better now since they fired Dan Quinn. Trying to make a late push there for Orlando. What's good, Ethan? Welcome to the channel, man. Hope all is well. No problem, man. Yeah, Coy's praying some more upsets there to get Louisville in or close to the top 25. There's some big games next week that's going to determine who's going to be in the top 25. Tomorrow, huge matchup, Indiana-Providence. Both of those players right outside the top 25. First free throw goes down by Houston right now. Texas Tech 1 for 2 from the perimeter so far, so 50%. Houston 50% as well. They're 2 for 4. Second free throw knocks it down for the Cougars. Marcus Sasser, guard for the Cougars, hit both of those. So Houston by 3, Texas Tech with the ball. It's been a good game so far. Almost 4 minutes through. I believe ACC Network for the next one for Louisville, I think. Kyler Edwards has it, top of the key, double team. Bounce past the left wing, Jamaris Burton, transfer from Wichita State into the game. Moves over to Santos Silva, passed it inside, but it gets deflected there and stolen once again by Houston. Houston forcing turnovers early and often. In this one, they jack up another 3 and they knock it down. The Cougars looking great from the perimeter so far. That's their third triple in the first 4 minutes. 15:45 left to go first half. Texas Tech down by 6. They have the basketball. They have it inside. Santos Silva, shot fake, puts it up, and that one's over the rim, no good. Houston, great defense there. Cougars get it right back. At the left baseline, Gorham dribbles now with the ball for Houston. And now it's into the hands of Quentin Grimes. Pass it over to Sasser. Carl Johan, welcome on the channel here. I predict Texas Tech in this one 67-62. It's my prediction. That's a deep 3 taken by Houston. Another one going down. They're looking good so far. Marcus Sasser from the perimeter sinks it. And that's the 4th 3-point shot in not even 5 minutes here. As we're going to take a timeout here taken on the court by Chris Beard, and Houston extends it to 9. First time today. Hey, welcome back, Jason, once again here. Appreciate it for stopping by. Jacob D, welcome in here. What do I think of Mike White? Huge year for Mike White here. Last year, on paper, they looked like a top 6 team for Florida entering the season. They get Kerry Blackshear Jr., the top transfer, and they just barely were going to go to the NCAA tournament last year. So this is a huge season for Mike White. He's in the same position as Jim Christian for Boston College, same position as Wayne Tinkle for Oregon State, right on the hot seat. And Mike White is one of those head coaches who is right on the hot seat right now. Yeah, whoever is Tyreek Hill in fantasy is lucky. Ethan here, he has him in one league, and he is up by 71. That's huge. Yeah, if you have Tyreek Hill, there's a good chance that you're going to win your matchup, unless you're playing against the other player that you're playing against in your matchup. It has Patrick Mahomes as the quarterback, which I know there's a matchup going on in my fantasy league where one is Tyreek Hill, the other is Patrick Mahomes. So it's not so clear-cut there. But if you just have Tyreek Hill going up against any other quarterback that's not Patrick Mahomes for your opponent in fantasy, then good chance that you're just destroying your opponent right now. Denver Broncos is they have South Park characters out in the stands for their football team. Just taking a look at that game right now as we're on a timeout. Saints up against Broncos 17-zip. And in this game today, 25 total passing yards, and they're in the third quarter by combined. 25 total passing yards combined, or actually 38 total passing yards combined. Taysom Hill, they add in the sack total. So Taysom Hill was sacked for a loss of 13, but Taysom Hill 6 for 11, 38 yards. And the quarterback for Denver, which is actually a wide receiver, they tried to get one of the assistant coaches to play quarterback today, and that wasn't cutting it past the NFL. So the NFL said no to that. And Kendall Hinton, a wide receiver, is playing quarterback today since 3 QBs tested positive for Denver, all couldn't play. And yeah, they have 0 passing yards and an interception for Denver with Kendall Hinton. 0 for 7, 1 pick. That's how it's gone so far. So if you had any of the Denver wide receivers in fantasy football today, ouch. That's not good there. Every single one of them is 0 points. Hey, what's good, Dakota? Welcome in, man. Patriots is my favorite NFL team. I'm from Massachusetts. I'm a big New England sports fan. If you guys are new in the channel, spike that thumbs up, hit that like, hit that sub, ring that notification bell as well, as we are back to action here. Terrence Shannon Jr. leads the Red Raiders in scoring. He's got 3. Micah Peavy with 2. And McClung, Edwards, and Santos Silva yet to get on the board so far for the Red Raiders. For Houston, 3 points by Grimes and Gorham. Marcus Sasser leads the scoring. He has got 8 so far off of 2 3-point shots by Sasser in this one. He was hot in the opening game against Lamar. He had 25, and he knocked down 7 3-point shots in that one. So we are back here, 15 minutes remaining. Hey, what's good, DD? Welcome in here. Hope all is well. Glad to have you on the stream once again. Oh, cool, Dakota. From Orlando, Florida. Actually an Eagles fan there for you. Awesome, man. That must be different since you're out in Florida and you're an Eagles fan. 8-zip run by Houston here in the past minute and a half, so Houston will get the ball back as well. Cougars take it past the half-court logo. McClung, he is guarding Sasser here at the left wing perimeter. Sasser passes off top of the key over to Dejan Giroux. Moves over to Caleb Mills now. Mills dribbles, spin move. Floats it up at the right elbow. No good off the mark. Rebound Texas Tech. Texas Tech down by 9 and they have the ball. They dribble at the top of the key. Makes their move inside with a pro hop. Gives it over to the left wing. Shannon Jr. passes to the top over to McClung now. McClung has it. Dribble drive inside. Mac McClung. Nice pass over to his teammate. Takes the jumper. A little bit too long, though. No good by Joel Tomway off the mark. Rebound to Houston. Houston basketball right back. 14 minutes as we approach that mark remaining in this one in the first half. Good game so far between these two teams. Getting cold a little bit recently, but to start off this game, both of the teams hot from the floor. Houston moves it around the perimeter. Dribbles, takes a deep 2. It's up, no good. Missed shot, and we get a fall here on the rebound. It's going to be by the Red Raiders, looks like. And the clock will stop. 13:54 left to go. Oh, so sorry, Dee. Sending my thoughts out to you. Let's get some prayer emojis out in the chat here for Dee. So sorry. I wish you the best in a speedy recovery. You have somebody get the Falcons defense. They got lucky today. What an improvement for Atlanta. They were just completely getting torched this season the first month or so with their defense, and then they have just turned it up completely in the right direction. Houston gets the basketball right back. 13:50 left to go first half. Cougars now with the ball. Top of the key, Dejan Giroux. Giroux dribbles, moves it over to the right corner into the hands of Gorham. Passes now over to Caleb Mills, and he slips on the ground with the basketball, and that's going to be a turnover by Houston as they blow the whistle. Texas Tech will get it back. Hey, what's good? Chris the Kid here. Welcome on the stream. Jose, welcome on here. He's with his mom at work right now. That's cool, man. Richmond won the game against Kentucky today. Richmond finished off in like a huge run in that game. So I was shocked by like how well Richmond did defending in that one. Kentucky just struggled. They couldn't even hit a 3-point shot. They were just, it was rough from the free throw line. Richmond won it 76-64. 13:30 left to go. Texas Tech with the basketball after the turnover. Top of the key, Shannon moves it over into the hands of Jamarius Burton, the transfer from Wichita State. Burton has it. Spin move inside. Passes back to the top. They're going to call an offensive foul, though, by Burton as Houston there takes the charge, and the post clock will stop with 13:20. And the Cougars have it right back. They've been doing a great job so far for Houston, forcing turnovers in this game. And Houston so far in this one, as we take a look at it, they have forced in this game so far 5 Texas Tech turnovers so far. Houston doing a great job taking care of the ball too, with only 2 total turnovers. So Houston now with the basketball right back. Texas Tech is yet to score in the past 5 minutes. Houston has it. At the left wing, bounce pass over to the left elbow to Justin Gorham. He backs his way. Over 2 defenders, turnaround jumper there, and Gorham knocks it down. Houston extends its largest lead by 11. 13 minutes and change here remaining in the first half. McClung tries to make his move inside. He's stripped of the basketball. McClung yet to score today. Houston with a steal with their scrappy defense. Goes inside, no good. They get the offensive rebound right back, though. Houston at the left corner. Moves it over to the left wing. That was a huge offensive board here. Houston has been looking good so far, and they've been doing a great job dominating the boards as well. The Cougars had it passed inside, but it's going to go out of bounds as the clock stops with 12:36. So Texas Tech will get the inbound coming up. So far in this game, as we take a look at it, Justin Gorham for Houston. He has got 5 points for him so far in this game for Justin Gorham. He actually hit a 3-point shot as well from the left corner for one of the forwards for Houston's team. And then for Texas Tech, Texas Tech's big. Marcus Santos Silva, he has 3 points so far, 2 rebounds in this one. Hey, what's good, Jacob? Welcome on board, man. Appreciate it for stopping on by. Texas Tech with the basketball. Moves over to Micah Peavy. Oh, nice spin move inside. Couldn't finish, though, but that's going to be a blocking foul. So the 4-star freshman, Micah Peavy, will go to the free throw line, shoot 2 for the Red Raiders. They needed a spark in something. And that was a nasty spin move right there at the free throw circle by Peavy. If you guys are new in the channel, spike that thumbs up. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Ring that notification bell as well if you guys enjoy my stream here. I cover play-by-play basketball games, college basketball, also NBA games as well here on Behind the Arc Basketball. So welcome on the stream, everybody. Really appreciate it all for being a part here. Great matchup today. Texas Tech's just been cold so far. And Houston forcing good amount of turnovers recently, hitting some big triples. First free throw, Peavy missed it. Vaughn's conceding that he lost in fantasy. Sorry to hear that, man. Second free throw. Peavy missed it again. Houston tries to chase after the basketball. Goes out of bounds. And it's the last touch by Houston. So we'll go back to Texas Tech. Number 3, Dejon Jarreau tried to chase it out of bounds. Hey, thanks so much, Jacob. Appreciate it, man. Cheese Sports City, what's good, man? Hope all is well. Hopefully everything's going well. We were streaming, bud. I was able to stop on by yesterday. Another big win for Michigan State. 16-5 the score. 12-10 left to go in the first half. Texas Tech now with the ball as they have it top of the key into the hands of Peavy. Dribbles now to the left baseline. Takes the jumper, and that's a good shot. Peavy able to gain separation. Took the 2 and made it, and it's a 9-point game. Under 12 left to go. Yeah, Kentucky has a young team, so it'll take some time, but of course they're going to get better and better throughout the course of the season. So just never write off a team after one game. They took on one of the oldest teams in all college basketball. Richmond returned 4 seniors into the starting 5. They could have had a 5th senior if he didn't get hurt in the preseason with Nick Sherrod. Houston drives inside. They missed the shot, no good, and the rebound by Marcus Santos Silva of Texas Tech. He dishes over to Mac McClung. McClung yet to be on the board so far. So he moves it over to Santos Silva. Spin move, puts it up, and that is off the glass. That's good for 2 right there. Actually, it's Micah Peavy able to get the one home, and Texas Tech finally doing something here lately. 16-9 to score. Approaching 11 minutes left to go in the first half. Hey, Jackson, welcome in once again. He was going for the for Texas Tech in this one, but maybe Houston wins in this one. Houston's 3 is dropping so far in this game. That's been the difference. Houston has it around the perimeter. They've been shooting the 3 early and often as Houston has it once again. Dribbles. Shoots at the free throw circle right at the shot clock and got it right there for 2. They're gonna, I think, they're gonna give it to him. Yes. Dejon Jarreau right at the shot clock as they looked at it. And that is good for 2 there by Houston. Right before the shot clock expired. We have 10:45 left to go. First half, and Houston doing a great job so far in their possessions. Using the clock, able to get separation and draining down open shots here. And they are 4 for 6 from the outside. Looking good, forcing turnovers. And Houston, this game has forced Texas Tech to turn it over 6 times so far in this one. And what a difference makes in these 2 games here. As that's one of the problems that Houston had was shooting the basketball from the floor. They only shot the ball through the first 2 games just over 41% from the floor against Lamar and Boise State. And also they struggled with turnovers. They turned it over 17 times back on Friday against Boise State. And today they're looking good. Only 3 total turnovers for the Houston Cougars here. That's awesome. Cheese City Sports going to be streaming my Invitational tomorrow. That's awesome, man. I wish I could cover Providence, Indiana. That game they put on the afternoon though when I'm at work. They should have scheduled it for 7. Hey, what's good, Vegas? Appreciate it, man, for stopping by. Pumped that the Patriots get the win today, man. They've just been so wildly inconsistent this season, but so good to see that they can get a W. And yeah, they got the Chargers next, so hopefully they can keep on building that confidence, sending the momentum for the next game there. Chargers and Rams, two games and two quick games because they're going to have to stay in LA. What's good, Roger? Welcome in here for stopping on by. ESPN predicted Louisville 91% chance to, looks like, is that to be ranked this season or to make it to the NCAA tournament, Coy? So right now we're just on a timeout here, and this one, quick scoreboard update for everybody as far as college basketball. We'll take a look at the scoreboard. Number 11 ranked Creighton leading North Dakota State 60-41 to score in that game. Number 24 ranked Rutgers leading Hofstra 61-48. Number 18 Arizona State up against Houston Baptist 98-70. And then as far as the scoreboard, games that just recently started, Rhode Island taking on San Francisco. URI looking good, 16-7 against the team that just beat Virginia. So URI building off that confidence yesterday from South Florida. And the game that's going to be interesting tonight, Virginia Tech against South Florida. If Virginia Tech somehow loses to South Florida, all pandemonium could just erupt there. As Virginia Tech deserves a spot to be in the top 25, but not if they lose to South Florida tonight. Also, Baylor takes on Washington. That game tips off in 5 minutes. So we'll keep you guys posted of these games today. Who's in Maui besides Texas Davidson? Indiana and Providence, and then North Carolina, UNLV. And then there's another matchup there as far as so yeah, Texas Davidson, UNC, UNLV, Providence, Indiana. Oh, Stanford, Alabama. That's the other one. So Stanford, Alabama is the last matchup. Stanford versus Alabama, UNC versus UNLV, Providence, Indiana. So those are and then Texas versus Davidson. So those are the 4 matchups. 18-9 the score. I am rooting for South Florida in that game to make Rhode Island's resume stronger. Because I think Rhode Island's stronger than what people might expect. They're the strongest 1 and 2 team in all college basketball right now. We're back to action. 18-9 the score. Texas Tech had the basketball underneath and they bounced past it, and that's another turnover. So the Red Raiders with another turnover there. Number 7 so far. And we're getting to the halfway point of this first half. Hey, welcome in, Ty. Glad to have you on the channel once again, man. Houston looking good so far. Hitting some big shots from the perimeter early on in this one. They have it at the right corner into the hands of Caleb Mills. Dribbles at the right elbow, takes the jumper. That's up, and he gets it. They've been getting great shot attempts so far in this one for the Cougars in this game, and they're by 11. Sorry to hear that, Didi. So sorry to hear that. Hopefully, we'll be able to get you back to a full recovery very soon. 10 minutes left remaining, an 11-point game. What's good, Courtney? Welcome to the channel. Jay Ortiz, welcome on here. I plan on doing North Carolina against UNLV tomorrow, but I'm not sure if I'll even have power. We're supposed to get a big storm tomorrow, so we might lose power. Hey, WinVal, welcome in here once again, man. Do I think Virginia Tech will win the game later? Yes, they should be able to win against South Florida later. I think so, but it's been crazy everything that's going on so far. I think South Florida could give them a much closer game than usual. Kevin, welcome on board. Hope all is well here. Yeah, Houston looking so good. And Kevin knew Richmond was going to beat Kentucky there. Richmond's experience against Kentucky, very young Kentucky squad, but I don't think that's going to be the only time that they take on each other this year. I bet you're going to see another matchup in the tournament. Richmond is scrappy. They can steal the basketball left and right from you. Texas Tech at the free throw line, and they missed both of their free throws. So Houston's going to get the basketball right back, and Texas Tech is 0 for 3 so far at the line. Houston now has it. Takes the jumper to left elbow. That one goes down for the Red Raiders. Everything hitting from the floor right now. Caleb Mills getting hot here, as this team's looking good so far, shooting the basketball 22-9, and they are shooting the ball at 50% from the floor, 8 for 16 so far. Texas Tech has it at the left wing. Moves it back to the top of the key. I did not expect this one at all, this type of start. Texas Tech open. Takes the 3, and that's off the mark. This team had been able to hit their 3s in the first 2 games, but struggling today from the perimeter so far. We're there only 1 for 4 so far from the outside. Houston has it. Looks like we're going to have that ball get tapped out of bounds here underneath. Clock will stop with 9:10. How did Richmond win against Kentucky? Is that Kentucky just missed a ton of free throws. They could not shoot the ball well at all, and Richmond forced turnovers. Richmond, that's what they do best, is steal the basketball, and Jacob Gilliard had 5 steals in that game. They stole the ball. They got so many points off of transition, off of turnovers. 22-9 to score. The Atlantic 10 is much better than you think here. So the Atlantic 10 is going to be a multi-bid conference. Like it definitely deserves more than 2 bids. Just St. Louis and Richmond, I don't think that's going to cut it. You're going to have to give bids to more teams, as that's a 3. And Houston sinks it from the outside. Wow, domination here. 19-4 run by the Houston Cougars as they lead it 25-9. Did anybody see this coming? Wow. McClung passes over. Texas Tech in panic time. They take a 3. No good. They get the offensive rebound though. And Houston with another steal, just forcing turnovers left and right. This Cougars team impressive so far. Marcus Sasser has it top of the key. Over into the hands of Grimes. They're going to take a jumper. That one's no good off the mark. And they get foul here. Clock will stop with 8:20. Yep, Virginia Tech won in overtime yesterday against Villanova. It's been so many upsets so far today. Yesterday. It's crazy, all the upsets so far. These teams from the Atlantic 10, watch out for them. I think you can make the case that there could be 4, possibly 5 bids from the Atlantic 10 if they're playing this well early on. You can make the case for that. If Rhode Island knocks off San Francisco today, San Francisco greater than Virginia, you can make the case that you can have multiple bids here. And yet St. Bonaventure and Duquesne hasn't played yet, and those 2 teams very well could steal bids also. And St. Louis and Richmond, I give those 2 teams locks right now. And of course, watch out for UMass. They got Trey Mitchell coming back, as he averaged over 17 points as a freshman as he is back. Houston with an inbound goes inside, as that's good for 2. Yes, VCU too. They've been playing much better than people expected. There's so many good A10 teams. Conference so deep. You can only write off very few teams. Fordham, George Mason, St. Joseph's. Very few teams you can write off in that conference. As Mac McClung got the basketball, drove to the basket, he got fouled, and the clock will stop here with 7:48. If you guys are new in the stream, I cover play-by-play of college basketball games here, also NBA games. Make sure to spike that thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell as well. And this one on Behind the Arc Basketball. Mac McClung yet to score so far, 0 for 2 from the floor, but he's going to get a trip coming up at the free throw line after the timeout. Huge shock here. Houston forcing turnovers, leading to buckets in transition. 9 turnovers by Texas Tech so far. And we got 7:51 left to go. Houston off of those 6 steals. 2 of those by Caleb Mills. Leading scorers Quentin Grimes, Marcus Sasser, both have 8 so far for Houston, 5 by Justin Gorham, Mills with 4, and for Texas Tech, Micah Peavy, the freshman's got 6. But very odd so far. McClung, Edwards, and Santos Silva have yet to enter the scoreboard. They have been held scoreless so far in this game. Roger has a 15-year-old dog named Bonnie. That's an old dog there getting up into dog age. Yeah, Ethan puts out Baylor has a tough week ahead. Washington tonight, a team that they just cannot overlook for Washington. They lost to Washington a year ago. They lost to Washington in their 2nd game of the season. Baylor takes on Washington tonight. Guess what? It's game number 2 of the season for Baylor. And can't overlook that matchup. Illinois and Gonzaga too. Huge matchups indeed upcoming. And Gonzaga too. Gonzaga coming up has got West Virginia and Baylor, and then also Illinois. Illinois coming up for them coming up. They've got Baylor and then Duke the following week. So tough matchups for sure coming up. Who did I got in this one? I actually predicted Texas Tech in this one. I am so shocked. This Texas Tech team, I thought through 2 games looked really deep, and just Houston, they are scrappy. They might be one of the best defenses this year in all of college basketball for Houston. As far as forcing turnovers, defending the perimeter, they are doing that right now. So, quick scoreboard update. What else is going on today? College basketball. Rhode Island leading San Francisco, 27-21 in that one. And then, as far as other games going on here, college basketball right now, number 11 ranked Creighton leading North Dakota State 67-46. Number 24 Rutgers leading Hofstra 67-54. And number 18 Arizona State has just won against Houston Baptist 100-77. Yeah, Baylor's defense gave up 82 in the first one, so that's it. It's usually their defense that basically carried them all last season. They weren't the team that exploded for 112 points. So Ethan thinks Baylor's going to lose to Illinois, win against Gonzaga, and then Washington there. I think it's about this Washington game today for Baylor, but I think Gonzaga, if they allow some more points against Washington, I think Gonzaga can steal the game against Baylor, because Gonzaga by far looks like the best team so far through the 2 games I've seen them. Free throws here at the line as we're back from a timeout, and Mac McClung finally on the scoreboard hits both of them. 27-11 the score, still a lot of time left to go, 7 minutes remaining. Houston now with the basketball, takes it past the half-court logo. Into the hands of Marcus Sasser as he has it, the left wing guarded by McClung, hands it over to Mills. Mills drives inside to the bucket, and that's going to get blocked by Texas Tech as they have the basketball. Great defense by the Red Raiders. Wow, Arizona State is 60+ at halftime. That is crazy. They finished with 100. Texas Tech goes inside. That will be a goaltend by Houston. So Houston player is down underneath the hoop, and the clock will stop. 7:16 left to go. If you're new on the channel, over 40 people watching now. Spike that thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell as well. Saints up, looking good, 24-3. Well, nobody expected the Saints to lose that game. Saints versus Broncos. Broncos got a field goal somehow. Kendall Hinton, wide receiver turned quarterback for this game. 1 for 9 passing, 13 passing yards, 2 picks. And in the Saints-Broncos game in total, there's 56 total passing yards between the 2 teams. Taysom Hill, 7 for 14, 43 passing yards. Kendall Hinton, he's got 13 passing yards on 1 completion. Has more interceptions than completed passes. And the Broncos thought that they were trying to get an assistant coach to play quarterback before the game. And the NFL was like, hold it there, cut it. We're not letting that happen. We're not letting that happen at all. That you're not even on the roster. We can't have an assistant coach play quarterback. 27-13, we are back here. Houston has the basketball off the inbound, approaching 7 minutes remaining. Cougars forcing 6 turnovers so far in this game, as Houston has it at the left corner perimeter. Moves over to the top with Sasser. Sasser has it, dribbles, floats it up at the right elbow, no good. He gets his own offensive rebound though, and nice job, relentless, goes inside off a dribble step, and Sasser lays it up and in off his own offensive rebound. Sasser's got 10 today, leading scorer so far for Houston. Texas Tech now with the ball. At the left wing perimeter is Burton. He holds it, moves it over to the top, open, takes the 3 by the Red Raiders, and that one too strong off the mark, no good. Rebound back to Houston with 6:30 remaining. Cougars have it, slows it down past half court. Into the hands of Sasser. Step back 3 in the air, no good off the mark, and Texas Tech comes up with a rebound with Tyreek Smith. Red Raiders take it past the half court logo. Into the hands of Edwards, takes the 3 himself, sinks it. So Kyler Edwards from the outside puts this one within 13. Who do I think's most sleeper team here? Jackson puts out Oklahoma State, Richmond, or St. Francis. I would go with St. Louis for mine for a sleeper team bracket buster. St. Louis has got a deep team. They beat LSU without 2 of their starters yesterday. So the St. Louis Billikens. I saw St. Louis play last season against Rhode Island, and they look so impressive. They have a lockdown defense. They have multiple guys in the roster that can score. They can rebound. And the only thing they struggled with last year was hitting free throw shots. And in their first game, they did really well at the free throw line. Or in the last game, they did great at the free throw line against LSU. 29-16 the score. It was Houston who lost control of the basketball. Goes right back over to Texas Tech here, who has it with 5:20 left to go. Texas Tech at the right baseline as they dribble. Moves over to the right wing. Open three as they take it, and no good, but they fight for the rebound. Oh, offensive board puts it back up and under, as that is good by Marcus Santos Silva. They got to start attacking the paint there. As Houston's front court they don't have much experience in their front court here. They lost 3 key pieces to this team in the front court. One of them's injured for the season with Fabian White Jr. as he tore his ACL, and then one to the NBA draft with Nate Hinton. Chris Harris graduated, and that's where they got to attack, right underneath the bucket, if Texas Tech wants to make a comeback in this one. Houston's been doing a great job forcing turnovers so far in this game, and doing a much better job taking care of the basketball so far for the Cougars as well. Only 4 total turnovers, forcing 9 turnovers for Texas Tech, and Houston has stolen it away 6 times. The thing is that Houston allowed Boise State to convert on 57% of their shots on Friday, whereas Boise State was just dismal from the perimeter. They only made 1 3-point shot. So Texas Tech, in order to get back in this game, they really need to grind it out inside in this one. (29-18) as we're going to be back in just a moment. What game will be better? Kansas, Kentucky, Michigan State, Duke, or Baylor, Illinois? Baylor, Illinois is going to be a good one. Watch the points fall off the scoreboard in that game. Should be a great game between those two. We are back here. 5 minutes left to go. If you guys are new, spike that thumbs up, hit that like, hit that sub. So we are back. Houston now with the basketball. Moves over to the left corner, left baseline, dribble underneath as they're going to put it up. Rolls around the rim, goes in for 2. What do I think about Syracuse? They are struggling defensively right now. They got an offense, but defensive question marks all over the place. They almost lost to Bryant from Smithfield, Rhode Island. Texas Tech now with the ball. McClung has it the right wing perimeter. We welcome in Joe onto the channel. Appreciate the man for stopping on by. Dribbles at the left elbow, moves it back over left baseline, dribble Texas Tech underneath, and they turn it over once again. Houston's defense trapping and going right to the ball in this one so far. Houston, jumper, takes it, free throw circle, knocks it down for the Cougars. They are looking good. Number 12, Tremont Mark. He had a great game off the bench in the season opener, and he's got 4 so far. This team might be deeper than what most of us think they are here for the Cougars. Texas Tech now has it. At the right elbow, bounce pass to the top of the key. Kyler Edwards moves over to the left wing to Peavy. Peavy now dribbles. And he'll dribble right back out to the top. Slides over to the right wing here with Burnett. Burnett now with the ball. Shot fake going to take 3 as it's up. And that's going to be a travel up and down there for Texas Tech, as Houston's going to have it right back. Turnover City in this one. Turnover City here for the Red Raiders. Do I think Richmond can make it to, or who do I think is going to make it to March Madness? Richmond, Rhode Island, Seton Hall, Rutgers. Rutgers is definitely going to make it in. Richmond should make it in as well. And then Seton Hall is going to be borderline tournament team. And then I take Rhode Island last out of that group. Even though I'm a Rhode Island fan, I don't favor Rhode Island to make the tournament over either of those teams. And I see Providence making the tournament for this year. I think Providence has got a deep roster. They cruised past Fairfield first game. Yeah, they were in quarantine as well. That's going to be the big story for these teams, like coming out of quarantine. That's right, for Syracuse. Because Seton Hall came out of quarantine. They played Louisville in the first game. What will be better here? Baylor, Illinois, or Baylor, Gonzaga? Both of those games are great. I'm still going to go with Baylor, Illinois for that one. So the Wednesday night late game. How do I pick Louisville, Wisconsin? I will take Wisconsin in that one just because Wisconsin's really experienced. And they got a solid defense there for Wisconsin. That should be another great defensive game. Yeah, I just see Providence making the tournament. Not URI as well, because URI's been struggling with free throws. Updating you guys in the Rhode Island game right now. URI leads against San Francisco 33-25. Taking a look right now, other scores. Baylor leading Washington 10-2, so a hot start here for the Baylor Bears. They have scored 10 points in the first minute. So last year, Baylor's case was the offense. This year, it might be the defense. That could be an incredible game, actually. Baylor against Gonzaga. If Baylor posts another just ridiculous, like 90-point, 100-point total on the board here, 110 once again against Washington, that'd be insane. Oakland going up against Michigan. Oakland's in their first 3 games has been really struggling. They can barely produce anything offensively. They take on number 25 Michigan. Michigan's tied up with Oakland 7-7. Miami taking on North Florida. Miami leading 11-5, and over on the ACC network, Louisville is losing to Prairie View A&M 8-4. So those are a couple scores here. Gonna scroll up, see some more scores as we're still on a timeout. Creighton leading North Dakota State 69-58. That game actually went final, so Creighton wins in their first game of the season. Rutgers beat Hofstra today 70-56, and Arizona State winners over Houston Baptist 100-77. Yeah, Boston College, they're like a sleeper team too. I've been really impressed so far by like BC, how they've been playing. They should definitely win against St. John's. BC needs to win against St. John's there, because if not, that's a huge blow to them. Yeah, Roger puts out, he sees Baylor Gonzaga in the championship game. Who do I think would win there? I am leaning towards Gonzaga right now in the championship game over Baylor. I predict Baylor my preseason pick, but I've been so impressed by Baylor. Gonzaga. So I'm going to take Gonzaga there in the championship. I've been so impressed through the first 2 games by Gonzaga, and that's worrisome with Baylor's defense in the first game, even though they exploded offensively. So we are back here. Houston with another big shot. That one goes down 35-18. 3:10 left to go. Texas Tech now with the basketball. Pass over McClung, takes the 3. It's up, rolls around the rim and out. Usually those are able to hit, but no. Houston gets the rebound. 3 minutes left to play in the first half. This is a blowout I did not expect. Houston moves it around the perimeter. They dribble now to the free throw circle. Pass over to the right wing. Wide open 3. As they take it, they miss it, though, off the mark. Dejon Giroux couldn't hit that one. Texas Tech with the ball right back. Red Raiders have it. They dribble now at the left elbow. Gonna float it up left baseline. No good. Tipped up in the air, and they get the offensive rebound. They put it back out on top. And there's also a foul call on the court. Clock will stop. So we get 2:37 left to go. Yeah, this is completely, I did not see this so far in this game, that Texas Tech would be down 35-18. We're not even at halftime. Houston picked up their 7th personal in the half, so that means Texas Tech now into the bonus. Shooting 1-1 at the free throw line. First shot's up and no good. Struggling so far at the free throw line for the Red Raiders as Houston gets the rebound. Texas Tech only 2 for 5 today at the free throw line. That ain't going to cut it. Too many turnovers, too many missed free throws. And that has been the problem so far in this game for the Red Raiders. Texas Tech doing a great job defending the perimeter as well as Houston's doing a great job defending Texas Tech's perimeter shots as well, just like Houston has done all this season so far. Houston takes the 3, no good off the mark, fight for the rebound. There's a foul called from behind, and the clock will stop with 2:07. Houston's perimeter defense, though, the story so far this season. Heading into this matchup, they allow their opponents 2 for 29 shooting from 3-point range their first 2 games. This is a team that's been top 10 for the past 2 seasons in defending the perimeter. Calvin Sampson, head coach, he has whipped these players right up to guard and guard and guard the outside shot. And Houston, once again, doing it in this game here, holding Texas Tech from the outside 2 for 9 for a team that entered this matchup at 40%. So 1-1 bonus coming up here. Houston was fouled, no good. They missed a shot at the free throw line by Trayman Mark. It gets rebounded by Texas Tech. 2 minutes left to go. Red Raiders basketball. If you guys are new in the stream, spike that thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Defense, the story in this one for Houston, playing a stellar defensive game. Texas Tech has it now. At the left elbow. Bounce pass over into the hands of McClung. McClung with the basketball, looking to generate some type of offense. Spin move. Floats it up mid-range, and we're going to have another stoppage in time here. It's going to be a foul, looks like, called on Houston. They pick up their 8th personal, and the clock will stop with 1:39. Marcus Sasser picked up his 2nd. Yeah, Ohio looks really good. I agree, Sten, that they have a great shot to win the MAC. It's too bad that like it's gonna be like only one team that wins that conference or so. Like, say if Ohio loses in the conference championship, they'll probably not go to the NCAA tournament unless they put together like a historic season like Buffalo did 2 years ago. Hey, what's good, Dakota? Welcome on board, man. Hope all is well here. Yeah, Michigan in a tight one so far with Oakland. And Oakland's, yeah, Jackson puts up. They allowed Xavier to put a 101. Oakland just struggled to generate any offense through the first 3 games. Totally agree there, Sten. Jason Preston for Ohio, so underrated. What a story. 35-19 the score as Texas Tech hit the free throw at the line. Second shot here at the free throw line. That was no good. They missed it, and Houston got the rebound. Clock will stop with 1:38. So we take a look at it right now, and as far as this game here, Texas Tech just struggling scoring. Mac McClung came in averaging 19 points per game. He's only got 5 today in this one, and Texas Tech picked with the foul on the rebound, and Houston will head back to the line with the first free throw. 36-19 the score. Minute 38 left to go. Sorry to hear that, Dakota. Sorry to hear that, man. Second free throw, that one's up, and that one is good as well. 37-19 now. It's all Houston in this one. Texas Tech with the basketball. McClung moves it over to the left wing perimeter into the hands of Burton. Burton going to take a deep 2. That one's off the mark, no good. And Houston coming up with another board. Cougars have the basketball as well as they dribble past the half court. At the left wing perimeter is Mills. Caleb Mills into the hands of Giroux, back over to Mills. As he has it at the top, 1:05 left to go. And Houston lost control of the ball. It's on the ground, and it's going to go over to Texas Tech here. It's a tie ball between McClung and Quentin Grimes at Houston. And McClung, the one able to force the tie-up, and Texas Tech will get it back with 102. So sorry to hear that, man, Dakota. So sorry, man. Let's get some prayer emojis out in the chat here from my man, Dakota. So sorry to hear that about your uncle was near some of those people. Dude, Tennessee is looking so good, man. 50 seconds left to go here in the first half. Derrick Henry, this is the time that he absolutely comes alive. Texas Tech turnaround right baseline jumper, no good off the mark. Rebound Houston. Caleb Mills now with the basketball. This is Houston domination in this one, 37-19. Mills just slowing it down right now. Puts it at the edge of the Deckies logo. So they have that just outside the half-court logo. Slides over to the right wing into the hands of Mills. Pass over right corner, wide open 3. Houston couldn't get it. They get the offensive rebound right back, though. Big board by Houston. Going to set it up, and they got a 1-second differential shot clock and game clock. So they'll try it again with Houston. That's their 6th offensive board. Houston with it. Into the hands of Giroux. Dribble drive. Floats it up with the left elbow over the top. No good off the side of the backboard. Rebound Texas Tech. 1 second. They lost control of it. Houston 3 at the horn. No good. Off the mark, and this team can steal the basketball. Houston here forcing turnovers, and Texas Tech was the favorite. So welcome on Chris S. onto the stream. Texas Tech was a 1.5-point favorite, I believe, into this game. And we're going to go into halftime, and Texas Tech is getting obliterated right now. 37-19. The story of this game, Houston forcing turnovers, as they have forced 11 Red Raider turnovers, and also Houston has forced 7 steals in this one. Every single player in the starting 5 has at least 1 steal for Houston. 2 steals by Caleb Mills. He is playing off the bench, and he was the leading scorer last year for the Cougars. This team is deeper than what you think here for Houston. 1 steal by Gorham, 1 by Gresham, 1 by Sasser. Grimes has 1, and Giroux has 1. As they are just been looking phenomenal so far in this first half, going up 37-19 at halftime. As far as Texas Tech, it has been a struggle. Houston defending the perimeter, as Houston, throughout their first 2 games of the season, allowed opponents to shoot the ball 2 for 29 from the outside. And today, once again, Houston still continuing that 2 for 9. Texas Tech is shooting with their outside shot, where they were entering this game for the Red Raiders 15 for 37 from the perimeter. They were shooting 40.5% from the perimeter. So, barely any offense getting going for Texas Tech. It has been a nightmare here for them offensively. Leading scorers only got 6 points with Micah Peavy, the freshman. 5 by Mac McClung. He was entering this game with 19. And then 3 by Edwards and 3 by Shannon. Santos Silva only has 2. Dakota likes his fantasy team. That is awesome. Yes, definitely, Didi. So let's see here. Yes, indeed. Make sure to wash your hands, social distance, wear a mask. From a 32-year-old former gymnast that was healthy, still got COVID, peace and love. Definitely. Make sure to listen out for that, because it's just unbelievable world right now. Just very sad world we live in. By the way, Rhode Island looking good at halftime. 38-28. Yes, you are right. Looking good. And they gotta, if they close out that game today against San Francisco, guess what? They got Seton Hall next at the Ryan Center. And I would love a URI win against a power conference team. 3rd time against a power conference is a charm. They lost against Arizona State and BC. 3rd time is a charm, just like yesterday against USF. And I think Rhode Island's got a great chance to knock off Seton Hall in that one. And then we'll be talking about Rhode Island better than Seton Hall, but not only is Rhode Island better than Seton Hall, they're better than teams around that 35-40 grouping. Then that's what people will be talking about there. And the A10's got so many lethal teams. Well, why not make 4 or 5 bids in the tournament? Because you got so many good teams out there from the A10, and they're knocking off teams left and right. Richmond and St. Louis, they're doing their thing. St. Bonaventure has really good potential this year as well. UMass brings back a rising sophomore, Trey Mitchell. If his supporting cast takes a huge step up, that's huge for UMass. They're one of the sleepers in the A10 to possibly finish higher than what a lot of people predict. But yeah, Rhode Island has a big game against Seton Hall, I think, coming up this week. And also Boston College, second chance at BC as well. So I think Rhode Island's one of those teams you got to watch out for, that they have an entire new starting 5 there with 5 new transfers. It's going to take time, but when they get through the season, they're going to get better and better. And a lot of these teams are going to be that way too, as far as teams getting better and better. Then there's going to be teams that get worse and worse. So right now we're at halftime. Scoreboard update for everybody. And yeah, Michigan has got their hands full right now against Oakland. Michigan leads 19-15 against Oakland, who has been really struggling. Talking about struggling, Louisville losing to an HBCU right now. Prairie View A&M leading Louisville 16-15 currently in that game. Miami up against North Florida as the Hurricanes lead at 22-14. And yeah, Baylor destroying Washington 25-7 is the score right there. Oh man, Baylor looking solid. Let's see here, updating the Baylor stuff. Washington, I don't think they're going to be close to an NCAA tournament team this year. I think they're going to be very bottom of the Pac-12 for Washington. Better than Oregon State and Washington State for Washington. And maybe California. I actually had California at 9th over Washington at 10th, though, in the Pac-12. But, yeah, for Baylor, they have multiple players here. I'm looking at the box score that scored so far. Flagler, the transfer from Presbyterian's, already hit down 3 3-point shots. This team's already hit down 5 3-point shots in the first 11 and a half minutes for Baylor here. They're 5 for 9 shooting. in the outside. So, yeah, they knocked down 15 threes yesterday. This team has got offense to them for Baylor. So, unlike last season where they weren't really an offensive team, they were all defense. 28-7 Baylor leads. Yep. Baylor Washington looking like Houston versus Texas Tech right now. Yeah, Washington last year was disappointing, and this year, once again, they're disappointing. And I think disappointing this year is going to be Georgia Tech. I expected so much from Georgia Tech this year, and they look pretty disappointing. Mississippi State, there's actually some bad teams in the SEC. Mississippi State, Vanderbilt, and LSU, they just haven't solved anything defensively for LSU. They allowed 86 to St. Louis yesterday, and St. Louis was without their top two scorers. So as far as games going on right now, college basketball, Creighton beat North Dakota State 69-58. Rutgers won over Hofstra 70-56. Arizona State over Houston Baptist 177. I saw a little bit of your team there. So I saw a little bit of your team, Dakota. But yeah, best of luck to the Fantasy Basketball League we got going on for this season. All good things hopefully happening. Jackson's got Liberty having a good record. Yeah, I think Liberty will probably come out of their conference once again. Hey, thanks so much, Ethan, for stopping on by, man. Really appreciate it, and enjoy the rest of your night. This game's over on ESPN2. So it's on TV over on ESPN2. Missouri or Boston College? I would go Missouri in that game. So I would take Missouri, even though BC's been like shockingly like impressive the first couple of games. Jacob D, welcome on board once again. He predicted Houston, but didn't think that, be this dominant in the first half. I'm really shocked right now. It's crazy blowout. I did not think this at all. Houston just forcing turnovers left and right. And then they defend the perimeter so well. Yeah, I'm going to take Missouri in that one against BC. I think that's going to be a close game between the two. I've been impressed by BC so far. I just think Villanova has been off to a slow start. And Villanova could have, if Rhode Island had made their free throws, they could have took on Villanova in the second night and could have had a chance. And then we'd be talking differently about this conversation, who is going to be ranked come time on Monday. Because URI is 1-2 right now. They have the chance to control this game against San Francisco. Go out and be 2-2. And if they had survived against Arizona State, we'd be talking differently about the A10 even, with more impressive teams out of there. Because a lot of them have been impressive. Yeah, me too. I picked Texas Tech to win this. That's awesome, Dakota. You got a Patrick Mahomes rookie autograph. That's great, man. Do I think Houston's a Sweet 16 team? After watching this game, I think this is a good start for Houston. So I'm going to say yes right now, that this team is going to be a Sweet 16 team. This team is the clear-cut favorite in the American right now. Memphis lost to Western Kentucky. I think Western Kentucky will be dangerous come tournament time. They took a really good West Virginia team down to the wire. That's two heavyweight teams. Baylor just cruising over Washington right now, 31-14. Let's take a look here. NFL scoreboard. As we switch it over to the NFL, what we got? Chiefs up against the Buccaneers, 27-10. Patrick Mahomes, 3 touchdowns. Tyreek Hill, have yourself a game, man. 12 catches, 261 receiving yards. He's also got 3 touchdowns. Rams against 49ers. Jared Goff with 2 picks. Probably should have started Big Ben in fantasy right there. Yep, Vaughn puts out Jared Goff so lazy to throw the ball. 19-17, the Rams are out in front, though, against the 49ers. That's must-win for the Rams. And Saints just all over the Broncos, 31-3. They just got another touchdown, looks like, by the Saints. Latavius Murray, 2 touchdowns on the ground. Yep, the Buccaneers going to lose another home game, it looks like. All these big-time names for the Buccaneers, and you got the old man at quarterback that should have retired years ago. All these big-time names. You got Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Antonio Brown. You got Leonard Fournette, Ronald Jones at running back, and Rob Gronkowski, Cameron Brate at tight ends. And all these big-time names. Ndamukong Suh on defense. And you're going to go and suffer another L. Going to be 7-5. Going to be 7-5 for the Buccaneers, and going to be a wild card team. Maybe not even make the playoffs there if they keep it up. It's embarrassing. I just don't see them at all being a Super Bowl team. I remember when I was doing my NBA streams, everybody was like Buccaneers in Buccaneers in the Super Bowl. No, that's not happening right there. You got an old man at quarterback who can't. He's not a mobile quarterback, can't escape the pressure. This is 2020, the year of the mobile quarterback getting outside the pocket and creating plays and making them happen and extending the play. And that is why Patrick Mahomes is so good. Extending the play leads to Tyreek Hill getting open, getting separation, and you got speedy receivers that can do that. You got bombs left and right. Yeah, Houston absolutely taking Texas Tech to school in this one. Who do you think's going to win AFC South? I got Tennessee right there. I got Dakota's Tennessee Titans going to win the AFC South, man. They put Indianapolis today right to school in that one. '03 with Chucky as the head coach. I remember Bucks Raiders in the Super Bowl that year. And that was when ABC covered the Super Bowl. Man, I had to be like in elementary school during those days. 2003. What's good, Wild Hartman? Welcome to the channel here. Appreciate it for stopping on by. Right now we're just at halftime. Yeah, so far 2020 basketball season here, just like 2007 college football. And insane all the pandemonium we have with top 10 teams getting upset left and right. I remember one year in college football. I think it was 09 with that year. It was Texas Tech. Texas Tech won on a game-winning touchdown when Michael Crabtree and Graham Harrell was the quarterback, and they beat Texas. And it was a good Big 12 that season. Really good Big 12. Texas Tech, Texas. Oklahoma State was right up there. I haven't watched like much college football recently. But when I was growing up, I used to watch like a lot of college football. 2008, 2009, 2010. I remember one year Colin Klein was the quarterback for Kansas State, and he was putting up like all these ridiculous numbers. And I think he was like one of the top college quarterbacks that just never get drafted. Do I think Hofstra is going to win their conference? I think there's a good chance that they could win it. Maybe another team will come out like Northeastern. Should you drop Jared Goff? That's all up to you. Didn't have a good game today, but maybe he'll have a better game next week. How good's Virginia Tech? I think they're probably going to finish probably at like I had them finishing 13th in the ACC, and now I think I had them way far back than what they were. I think they're going to finish more like 8th or 9th or so for Virginia Tech. I think that was just more for a win for them. That's more surprising, whereas like Villanova had a slow start. Because Villanova lost against Furman 2 years ago. And Virginia Tech beat Michigan State last year as well in November. And then after that, they went into ACC play, and they dropped like a bunch of games or so. So I'm not too high right now on Virginia Tech. The game tonight against South Florida, that's going to be really telling to see how Virginia Tech can respond. Because I don't know if that's just like a one-time occurrence or if they're going to be like inconsistent like they were last year. Hey, what's good, boys? Welcome to the channel. Yes, I call play-by-play here. We're going to start off the second half in just a moment. So we just finished off halftime here. This is all Houston in the first half, 37-19. So I think Steelers, Seahawks in the Super Bowl. I'm not going to go with the Seahawks there. They don't really have a defense or so. I still like the Green Bay Packers to make it to the Super Bowl. Somehow, even though they've got upset a couple of times. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to go to the Super Bowl. I got Packers, and I'll go Chiefs there. So I'll take Kansas City in the Super Bowl. Packers, Chiefs. 37-19 as we're going to get back here for the second half. If you guys are new in the channel, spike that thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Ring that notification bell as well as here we go. Entire starting five for Houston has at least one steal. Houston as a team in the first half has 8 total steals as they have forced Texas Tech to turn over the basketball 12 times each in this one as we are back here for half number 2. Houston going right to left in the court. They have the ball right first. Sasser dribbles at the top of the key, puts the ball now into the hands of Grimes. Grimes, the former transfer from Kansas, slides it over to the right wing perimeter for Houston. Back over to the top here to Jarrell. Jarrell with the ball at the right wing perimeter. Dribbles to the free throw circle. Moves it out to the top of the key once again. The ball was tapped out, but they're going to get it back. Sasser floats it up. No good at the horn. And looks like we're going to have a foul here off the rebound. It's on Houston. Clock will stop with 19:29. It's going to lead to Texas Tech getting the ball right back. Yeah, it's so sad for Joe Burrow. He was having an amazing season. Him and Justin Herbert were going up for it for Rookie of the Year, and it's so sad that Joe Burrow now won't be winning Rookie of the Year because just terrible injury. Absolutely terrible injury. Texas Tech now with the basketball right back. First possession here for them, trying to generate any type of offense. Bounce past the right corner. Back to the right wing, dribbles now, floats it up right baseline, and gets to the fall right there. Fade away to the right by Micah Peavy. That's good for 2. They're going to need a whole lot more attacking the bucket in this one. They set up the half-court press. Houston able to get past it. They move it over to the left wing perimeter for the Cougars. Grimes with the basketball at the left wing. As he dribbles to the Southwest Showcase logo, and Grimes now has it at the top of the key. Pass over to the left wing to Sasser. Sasser moves it over here. Free throw circle, going to take the jumper. Houston, no good off the mark. A rebound Texas Tech as they crash the glass with Micah Peavy. He's been of good usage today here by Micah Peavy, leading scorer with 8 points for the 4-star freshman. McClung trying to get something going. Jumper, takes it. And Mac McClung hits that jumper right there, puts it to a 14-point game. That's the good McClung here. He's got 7. Second shot he makes to this one. Hey, what's good, Ian? Appreciate the man for stopping on by. Yeah, I am shocked by this one. Houston has just been obliterating Texas Tech in that first half. Houston got up to an 18-point lead. Houston has the basketball right now. At the right wing with Sasser. Texas Tech got to keep on playing defense, and that time Houston gets right by him, floats it up, and that's good for 2. Houston's been attacking inside. Texas Tech has been trying to go around the perimeter and trying to get something. Now they pass to Santos Silva off the cut. Nice pass. That's good for 2 there. Slams it down by Micah Peavy. He has been a factor here. And Peavy leads Texas Tech in the scoring today as he now has 10 points. 14-point game once again. Peavy looking good. He's 5 for 6 from the floor. 17.5 left to go. Houston basketball. Cougars at the top of the key. Dribbles at the right wing with Grimes. Grimes is guarded by Santos Silva. Grimes dribbles free throw circle. Passes over wide open. Left corner 3 and knocks it down. Wide open. Dejan Jarreau hits it for Houston. They extend it. 17-point lead here. That's the 6th triple of the game by the Cougars here with 17 minutes remaining. Texas Tech with the basketball. Bounce pass. Santos Silva has it. Double team bounce. Pass to the free throw circle. Back outside. And that's way off the mark by Texas Tech. No good. Houston defends the perimeter so well, and they did it that time as well, getting out to defend outside. The Cougars slowing it down, 16:45. Jackson puts out, he thinks South Carolina is going to hire Shane Beamer, it looks like. Houston has it. At the right wing, dribbles on Santos Silva. Almost got the ball stolen away, but they're able to dish it right back out. They take another 3 downs off the mark, no good. And we get a fall underneath here. Rebounding fall picked up. It's on the Red Raiders, it appears to be. Clock will stop with 16.5. There's a big three-point shot a couple moments ago, just completely wide open for Houston. So if you guys are new in the stream, make sure to spike that thumbs up, and that like button helps out a ton with this video being found. Hit the subscribe, and ring that notification bell as well, as Houston has it right back. The Cougars have it now, inside dribbling, floats it up, rolls around the rim, no good. They get the offensive put back though, as that is good for 2. Texas Tech failed to box out. They got a big man in the offseason with Marcus Santos Silva, but couldn't do it that time as Quentin Grimes able to get the putback. He has looked good so far for Quentin Grimes, averaging 7.5 rebounds per game for a guard here. Transfer from Kansas he used to play a couple seasons ago. Texas Tech takes the 3, they knock it down. From the outside, they finally hit something. Their third triple of the game. They're 3 for 11 from the perimeter. Hey, what's good, Peyton? Welcome on board here. Glad to have you on once again, a Seminoles fan here. I'm doing pretty well, man. 15:40 left to go. This game has been a bigger blowout than what I expected here. I actually predicted Texas Tech would win this, so I'm shocked right now. Houston jumper there. Got a nice touch here as they hit that one down at the free throw circle. 46-28 Cougars. Dejan Jarreau, he's got 7. Texas Tech has it right back. Dribbles. Jumper takes it. And before that, we get a foul. Looks like it's on Houston, it appears to be. Second team foul as the clock will stop. Hey, what's good, Raptor? Welcome in. Sorry to hear it's been rough here. First, Raiders scored one more. The Raiders scored one more field goal. He would have won a 1,100. Didn't. Though, just got a call from the vet saying his dog broke 2 toes. Sorry to hear that, man. Sending thoughts out to my man Raptor here, and hopefully your dog can make a speedy recovery, bud. So sorry to hear that. 46-28 the score. Yeah, Raiders just completely got destroyed today by the Falcons. As we go on to a timeout here right now. This game is just, it's been a shocker in this one. Like, how well Houston has performed here. Houston goes out in the perimeter. They defend so well. And Houston +6 on the boards, 20-14. They lead the rebounds in this one for the Cougars. Big thing, though, is forcing turnovers. They have forced 12 turnovers today. It's led to 8 Houston steals, which has led to buckets in transition. And the Cougars here have every single player forcing at least 1 steal in the starting 5 for Houston. Leading scorers of this game, Marcus Sasser's got 12 for Houston, 10 by Quentin Grimes, and then 7 by Gorham in this game. And Caleb Mills, the leading scorer from last year, he's only got 4 points so far. This is a testament to how deep this Cougars team is. Texas Tech, I thought this team was pretty deep, but not doing well so far. And throughout the entirety of this one so far, Houston's controlled it. Texas Tech, Micah Peavy, only 1 with double digits. He's got 10, and Marcus Santos Silva has only attempted 2 shots so far. So they really needed to go and get into the post with Marcus Santos Silva, and he's only touched the ball in here. He hasn't received many touches. He has only made 1 shot out of 2 attempts in this game. And Mac McClung, he is 2 for 5 with only 7 points here. So just uncharacteristic basketball for Texas Tech. They're struggling from shooting the perimeter. Mac McClung is yet to hit a 3-point shot. He's missed all 3. And then just 12 turnovers. Yeah, let's see about them Rams right here. Rams up against the Niners. That's a tight game. 20-17. Jared Goff's he's gotta start throwing the football much more efficient right now. He's got 2 picks. Next college basketball rankings or so, they release, the NCAA rankings releases their rankings every week. I did like rankings in the preseason. I can't do mine every week though because I work during the weekdays and those videos wouldn't go out in time or so. But yeah, the NCAA rankings come out every single week. I think it's around noontime they come out. So each Monday around noontime, I think it comes out around. As we're back to action, 46-28 the score. Houston missed the jumper. Texas Tech takes up the court and back as they're going to lay it up and in. They get fouled as well. And Texas Tech needed a spark, and we'll see if they can get one. That is Marcus Santos Silva, the one who I was talking about. Mac McClung took the ball up, passed it over to Santos Silva, and he got fouled from behind. So he's 2 for 3 right now. Give him some more touches, some more shot attempts in the post, and keep on attacking there as he's going to go and shoot one coming up at the line. Trying to put this one to a 15-point game, and no, it's out, rattled out. They struggled early on when they went to the free throw line, and once again, they missed that one. They're 3 for 9 today at the charity stripe. Houston with the basketball, and there are 15 left to go in this one. The Cougars have it. They take the jumper to left elbow. No good, hit the rim short. They get an offensive rebound, though. Right place, right time for the Cougars. Jarrell has it top of the key. Moves it over to the right wing perimeter. Into the hands of number 0, Marcus Sasser. Sasser at the top of the key here as he has the ball. He dribbles on. Nice pass to the left corner. Takes the 3, and he knew it right off the bat. Number 24, Quentin Grimes, the former Kansas Jayhawk. 13 points for him. 3rd triple of the game. Sinks that one down. Nice pass right there. Off the assist. That was a great pass to the left corner. Texas Tech has it right back. They have been impressive here by Houston to get the steal. One man a beat, and they're going to go in and lay with a layup, but couldn't finish. They got fouled. 2 shots coming up for number 3, Dejan Jarreau at the free throw line, and he just picked off the pass around the perimeter intended for Shannon. We haven't heard much about Terrence Shannon Jr. in this game today. He only's got 3 points. He is 1 for 4. Him and Edwards, the 2 guard returners for this team, they have really struggled shooting the ball in this one. 2 for 7 combined, and only got 6 points combined by Edwards and Shannon for Texas Tech. Houston at the line shooting 2. First free throw, no good. Wow, Danny J, welcome on board. Murray State scored 167 points on the team they're playing. How does that even happen? That's insane. Wow. Murray State Racers basketball. Let's see. They're playing against a non-D1 school, the Greenville College Panthers. So that's non-Division 1 school. They shouldn't even schedule those games. 50-30, 1 for 2 that trip at the line. Texas Tech, 30 points. That is it on the board with 13:50 left to go. Red Raiders have it. Left corner, pass over right corner, shot fake to Edwards. If that was any other team, you would have taken that 3 because he was open. Edwards, shot fake, takes the 3 with a hand in the face, no good. They tip it back to get the offensive rebound. McClung with a foul call here. It's going to be on Houston. Houston gets out so well on the perimeter to defend. I would love to see a tournament matchup here. Houston against BYU. Give it to me. Give that matchup to me. Right corner 3 off the inbound. Texas Tech finally hits one right there. That triple goes down. All red jerseys swarming the perimeter constantly to lock down the Red Raider shooters. 17-point lead. Jamarius Burton was the one who hit down the triple. The former Wichita State Shocker. Houston has it. Into the hands of Jarreau. He's got it top of the key. Jarreau double teamed, and he's trying to get it out, and that's going to get turned over. There's a little bit of exchange of words there. Calvin Sampson has to come along near the official, and Dejan Jarreau and the Texas Tech player, they had to break that up right there. As Dejan Jarreau was exchanging some words there with a Red Raider player, and the clock will stop with 13:12. Wow. So we're going to go on a timeout here on the court. They'll have to sort that one out as we'll get back here right after the break. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to spike that thumbs up. Hitting that like helps out this video a ton here. Hit the subscribe or ring that notification bell as well. We'll take a look now at college basketball games currently going on for today. And this is what we got. Rhode Island leading San Francisco 52-43 to score with 11:50 remaining. Baylor up against Washington 38-24. Michigan, tight game against Oakland. That should not be happening right now. Michigan leads 31-30. Miami up against North Florida. Game there, 42-34. Louisville leads Prairie View A&M 41-31. So after a slow start for Louisville, doing much better. Other games going on, we'll take a look here. Murray State. Yeah, Murray State destroying Greenville 169-91. Welcome on the stream here, El Jefecito. I only speak English, but welcome on board. Raptors only down by 6 in fantasy, even though Bradley's going off with Tyreek Hill there. Also got Travis Kelce. Yeah, hopefully the Steelers play this week. That game is still happening right now. As far as Steelers Ravens, but anything could possibly change. That would just wreck the schedule if they just don't have them play, if there's more positive tests tomorrow and Tuesday. Hey, what's good here? No self-promotion on the channel, though. So 50-33 right now in the timeout here, everybody. Taking a look at NFL scoreboard, and Saints beat the Broncos today, where the Broncos only had 13 passing yards in that one, and 2 interceptions. They had more interceptions than completions. Wide receiver quarterback for the game, Kendall Hinton, he went 1 for 9, 13 yards, 2 picks. And I need to see the highlights after for that. That's crazy. Saints here, only a total... How about this? It has to be a record for fewest passing yards in a game. This must be a record today. Saints versus Broncos, because 91 total passing yards in the entire game by both of the teams combined. Taysom Hill went 9 for 16, 78 passing yards in a pick. Kendall Hinton, who is a wide receiver, played quarterback because all 3 QBs tested positive for Denver before the game. He went 1 for 9 for 13 yards and 2 picks. That has to be a record. Like, fewest passing yards combined by 2 teams in a single game. That's insane. New Orleans won because Latavius Murray just destroyed the Denver defense, and he rushed for 123 on the ground. Hey, what's good, Brian? Welcome on board here. Yeah, this is going to be quite the season here. No fans in the stands. This game actually has got a good amount of fans in it, though. It's fans in limited capacity. This is a neutral court game. Yep. Yeah, Young Wee. Yep. I remember the kicker there. He's still out there in the market. Wow. As we are back to action, 50-33 the score. It's Houston basketball with 13:05 left to go. Cougars have it. Dribbles now, takes the jumper to right elbow. It's up, no good. Hit the front rim. Ball's on the ground, and Houston comes down with the basketball as there's a scrum for the battle of the ball here. 1 red jersey with 4 black jerseys on the ball, and Quentin Grimes was on that pile with Santos Silva, McClung, and also Edwards here. And the refs are going to say possession arrow will go. It's going to go over to Texas Tech, looks like, as the clock will stop. It takes a while, so it's about 3 months or so to get a wrench. So keep on coming back to future live streams here. It takes usually 3 months or so. They're also going to review this one to see on this play here. So they are reviewing this with who possessed the basketball last year. There was a huge scrum for the ball on the court. Man, I can't believe that this is a blowout like this. I predicted Texas Tech 67-62, and man, Houston is deeper than what most people think. People need to start taking this Houston team seriously, because this team this year, if they keep looking like this season, this Houston team could go, like, before the regular season's done, something insane, like 25-2 or something like that before the season's done. This team looks so good. So it's going to be a quality win for them, and it's going to put them right into the definitely the top 15, more so closer to the top 12. when the rankings come out on Monday. This is a huge win for them, for Houston, if they can hold it up by 17 with 12:56 left to go. Bucks Chiefs is wow, yeah, Buccaneers just scored another touchdown. 27-17. 10 minutes left remaining, fourth quarter there. So yeah, got quite a bit of points in that one for sure. Rhode Island, by the way, extending their lead to 13 against San Francisco. So San Francisco won against Virginia, and how about that momentum, URI's going on right now? So we're back to action. Texas Tech now with the basketball. They have it at the top of the key here for the Red Raiders. Slides it over to the left wing. Left baseline dribble, Texas Tech with Peavy. Peavy floats it up underneath. No good. Not a good look at all. Hit the side of the backboard. Rebound Houston. Houston out in transition. Pass the left corner. Takes a three. It's up. Got it. Cougars all the way here in this one here. 53-33. They are just too good in transition. They can run the court. Marcus Sasser, he's got 15 with his third triple. Texas Tech has it. Top of the key here for the Red Raiders. They're just slow tempo offense today with the basketball, and Houston came today to play. McClung moves it over inside, over to Burton. Burton pass back here to the top of the key over to Edwards. Edwards bounce pass underneath Santos Silva. Couldn't grab it as the ball gets taken away there by Houston right in the post. And the Cougars going to slow it down here with under 12 left remaining. 14 turnovers today by Texas Tech. Houston doing a great job taking care of the ball with only 7 total turnovers. Cougars have it at the right wing. Into the hands of Giroux now with the ball. Back over to Mills. Mills here has it. They're going to take a deep two. That one no good, rattled out. Fight for the rebound, and Houston gets it. Houston moves it out around the perimeter. Gorham had a huge rebound there for the Cougars. They put it back at the top of the key. Number 0, Marcus Sasser has it. Has had a great game today for the Houston Cougars in this one. Sasser with 15 looking for more. He had 25 in the opening night game. They move it back around the perimeter. Takes the 3, and that's going to go up. That was splashed around the perimeter, but the shot clock went off before it, so they will not count the 3-point shot. Houston made the 3 by Giroux, but it was after the shot clock, so it will not count. 53-33. With 11:09 left to go in this one. Defense, defense, defense. Houston showing up today with their defense. Oh, man, you bench Austin Eckler, Antonio Gibson, and James Robinson for Josh Jacobs. Oh, man. Sorry to hear that. Oh. I had the chance to go after Austin Eckler, too. I had to put Jonathan Taylor on the waivers because he tested positive, so I picked up Naheem Hines, thinking that he would have like a big week, and he didn't really have like much of a game today. So right now we're on another timeout, and scoreboard update here. Rhode Island's running away against San Francisco. 10 minutes left to go. URI leads at 60-43. So talk about a team here that had 5 new transfers for their team eligible for the season. First 2 games, they have such tough matchups right off the bat, trying to fit things together. And now this team is rolling to a team that just won against Virginia. So that helps out the resume there. And URI is going to be 2-2 coming up. As far as other games going on right now, Baylor up against Washington, 38-24 to score in that one. And Michigan somehow losing to Oakland, 33-31. Miami up against North Florida, 42-34. And Louisville leading their game as well. I'm just going to refresh. Right now I got 41-31. It might be different after the refresh, though. If you need a fantasy quarterback, pick Taysom Hill. You'd be banking on all your touchdowns being rushing touchdowns, like at the goal line if you got Taysom Hill. Don't expect much passing TDs. Yeah, Louisville up at halftime, 41-31 against Prairie View A&M. Oh, Vaughn got Austin Hooper. Yeah, I had to drop him. I had to drop him to make more room on my roster. I had to drop a couple players here, like shift players out, just to make room for like other things to pick up. Because I think I was thin on running backs, so I had to pick up another one. As far as the NFL right now, we'll give you guys a quick scoreboard update. Rams 49ers, 2 minutes left to go, fourth quarter. That game's tied up at 20. Chiefs up against the Bucks 27-17. And Saints winners over the Broncos 31-3. Only 91 total passing yards combined by both of the teams in that game. That has to be an NFL record. That has to be. That's crazy. Taysom Hill had 78 total passing yards. And the quarterback, which was the wide receiver actually for the Broncos, who played quarterback today, he had 13 total passing yards. Oof. Jason Pierre-Paul just cost the Buccaneers game. Oof. Bucks gonna fall to 7-5 with all the big names on their roster. As we are back into this one, McClung, jumper, he takes at the free throw circle, he hits it. 53-35. 2 weeks in a row for Vegas. Going to get the W for fantasy. Wow. He's going to pick up, I think that's win number 4. Yeah, you beat me last week. So that's win number 4 for Vegas that he's going to pick up coming up. 10.5 left to go here. All Houston in this game. They have it around the perimeter. Takes the 3. No good. Hit the rim short by Sasser. Rebound Texas Tech. Red Raiders here on the court as they take it past the half-court logo. Edwards jacks up a 3. That one's off the mark. And they come up with a rebound. McClung gets it. McClung spin move into the post here. Puts it up. No good. But Mac McClung gets fouled. So he's going to go and head to the free throw line. Shoot 2 shots. 2nd and 30 for the Chiefs right now. That's a big long down they got right now. 53-35 the score. Mac McClung 2 free throws coming up. Houston just picked up their 6th team foul. Second half. Texas Tech with 3 team fouls. First free throw, no good. McClung missed it. Texas Tech really struggling today at the free throw line when it's come on to this game, as they're only 3 for 11 shooting today. It's been a lot of games that I've called so far that has been the difference in the game. It's been free throws. And McClung today, he headed into this game averaging 19. He has been held into this one so far. For McClung, he's only got 9 points so far. Wide receiver that played quarterback. He played quarterback at Wake Forest then. Okay, so he played QB at Wake Forest and then he converted over to wide out there. I think I won the matchup against you, Raptor. So that was week 7. I think I won that matchup in week 7. Free throw is good at the line. The second one by McClung. All Houston still. Houston with the ball. They go inside, floats it up, and we get a foul. It's on Texas Tech. So Houston will go and shoot 2 coming up at the line. Oh, yeah, that's right, because it might go by division. That's why, right? Or points for or points allowed. It might go by as far as seeding. Who do I think is going to win the ACC? I predicted Virginia before the start of the season. I think Florida State has a good chance to be up there once again, as that is an inbound. Houston tries to take it to the bucket, and they're going to call the offensive foul on Houston by Grimes as he commits the foul, and Texas Tech took the charge. I'm still going to stick with Virginia right now. I think that was just one-off game by Virginia. I think they'll be much better come ACC play. Same as Duke. I think Duke will be up there as well. But I'm still going to stick with Virginia still. Texas Tech, deep 2 jumper. No good off the mark, and a foul picked up. It's going to be on Houston here on the rebounds. That's going to be their 7th, so Texas Tech will go to the bonus. Yeah, Falcons defense is the most improved thing that... It's incredibly improved since September. He's had the Falcons defense on his roster, I think, for like the past 5-6 weeks or so. Who wins the America East? I'm still gonna go with Vermont right now, but UMass Lowell has the chance to give Vermont its shot. I've been really impressed by UMass Lowell, how they've been playing. So I'll stick with Vermont. Vermont won't play a game until I think December 18th. They come out of quarantine. So it's going to be quite some time for Vermont. Both of the free throw shots go down at the line by Texas Tech. 15-point game, 9.5 left to go. Houston has the basketball. Cougars take it past the half-court logo now. Moves it over to the right corners. Houston will take a three. No good off the mark. And Texas Tech comes up with rebounds. They're trying to get some type of momentum going with 9:10 remaining. McClung has it at the top of the key here. McClung with the basketball. And looks like we have another foul. Looks like clock will stop with 9:07. Yeah, there's actually a good amount of fans here in the stands for this game. Like, I'm really interested to see how many people attended this type of game today here. With the limited capacity they have, it's a 13,000 seat arena. Of course, not 13,000 people can go for it, but when I saw it first in the pregame, there was a good amount of fans here at the top of the stands. Free throws at the line. Texas Tech makes the first one there, 53-39. Second free throw coming up by McClung. And he knocks it down, 13-point game. Hey, what's good, Jay? Welcome on board here. 9:07 left to go. Houston going to get the inbound. Texas Tech part of a 7-zip run that they have had in the last almost 2 minutes or so. Houston now with the basketball. If you guys enjoy what I do, spike that thumbs up, hit that like, hit that sub as I cover play-by-play here. College basketball, NBA games as well, and behind the arc basketball. As Houston has the ball, they had the ball in the backcourt, and Houston, uncharacteristic turnover, they turned it over. So Texas Tech will get it right back. They're still trailing by 13 right now. No problem that you're late, man. Hope all is well. So that was Houston's 9th turnover of the game right now. Texas Tech trying to provide a late spark right here. They're still trailing by a good amount. Red Raiders pass out to the top. They need a 3 in order to draw a win in 10. McClung has it top of the key. McClung, spin move, free throw circle, shot fake, puts it up, and we're going to have another foul here. Houston picks up another foul here off the reach, and it's going to send Texas Tech to the double bonus. So 8:46 left to go. McClung's going to be shooting 2 since Houston now picks up their 10th. Of the second half. Texas Tech pretty clean with fouls here. Four fouls in the second half. That is it. So a little bit of a difference here in this game as far as fouls. Houston's committed 17. Texas Tech has committed 11. McClung knocks them both down at the line. They are drawing closer here in quite a bit of a run. 53-42. Houston has yet to score in the last 4 minutes here as the Cougars have the basketball. 8:35 left to go. Total difference here. Texas Tech really stepping up defensively as of late. 8.5 remaining here. Cougars basketball at the top of the key into the hands here. Quentin Grimes moves over to the right wing. Ball tapped out of bounds. Last touch by Texas Tech though, so Houston will have it right back. Coy thinks that Texas Tech will make a comeback in this one. I predicted Texas Tech will get the win here. They'd have to make a huge comeback to win it. At one point in this game, Texas Tech was trailing by 20 at one point. Huge blowout it was at one point. Houston with the ball, drives inside, no good. Too high off the glass. Texas Tech comes up with the board. Here they go in transition. Where's this been all day with their transitional offense? Missed the shot. They get it right back, though, underneath. Texas Tech puts it up. It gets blocked. Houston now with the ball. 8 minutes as we approach that mark remaining. Houston drives inside, and we have a foul call here. Clock will stop with 8:04. Hey, what's good? Alden, welcome in the stream, man. Appreciate it for stopping on by. Mac McClung picked up the foul. He's got 14 points today for Texas Tech, as McClung in this game is the leading scorer for the Red Raiders. That's the 5th personal by Texas Tech, so Houston gets the inbounds. And another quick foul away from the basketballs by Texas Tech, so 2 quick fouls. And that's going to be the 6th personal in the second half by Texas Tech. So Houston gets another inbound. At the top of the key is Grimes. Grimes hands it over to Sasser here. Sasser with the ball at the right wing perimeter. 7:50 left to go, 15 on the shot clock. Sasser has the top of the key, 12 on the shot clock. Dribbles. Still dribbles. Step back three, top of the key. It's up, no good. Hit the front rim, and he also traveled with it. Texas Tech will get it right back. Houston, not many quality possessions as of late. This game has opened up wide, and it's an 11-point game. Texas Tech has a chance to cut it to single digits after the timeout. Kelvin Sampson takes the timeout for Houston. Cougars down to 2 remaining. Texas Tech with 3 timeouts left to go as we're going to go into a timeout here on this one. We'll be back after the timeout. So yeah, if you guys are new, hit that thumbs up. Hitting that like helps out this video a ton. Hit the subscribe. Ring that notification bell as well. I cover play-by-play here. Basketball games, college games, NBA games as well here, folks. And Texas Tech making this one interesting. They were trailing by 20, now only down by 11. Quick scoreboard update for everybody going on. We'll take a look at NFL first right now. Kansas City Chiefs, 4 minutes, 20 seconds left to go. Chiefs up against the Buccaneers, 27-17. And Rams 49ers. 49ers with the ball at the Rams 29-yard line, trying to go for the game-winning field goal with 4 seconds remaining. So 49ers trying to shock the Rams there. We'll keep you guys updated with that one. As far as college basketball, Rhode Island leading San Francisco, trying to close it out. 4:30 left to go. 71-60. Rhode Island doing good as far as scoring in this game. In other games, Baylor all over Washington. 49-29. Michigan. Oh no, they're having problems with Oakland. 36-33. Louisville now controlling the game against Prairie View A&M. Louisville up in that one, 51-36. And Miami leads North Florida 46-41. So those are a couple of games going on right now. Baylor looking really good, though, in that one. Mark Vital's got 10 rebounds. And there's still like just under 16 minutes remaining in that one. That's going to be a good quality win for Rhode Island, though, if they can close it out in the last 3.5 minutes. Always good to see. Impressive win, too, against San Francisco if they're able to close that. Yeah, Buccaneers are on a bye next week. There's quite a bit of teams on a bye next week, I think. Let's see here. I'm going to bring up the NFL schedule. I'm really interested to see the weekly byes. We go week 13 byes, the final bye week. So, let's see. Interested to know what this bye week is at. Oh, geez. Broncos, Chiefs. I can't believe they haven't flexed that out yet. Broncos might not even have a quarterback for that one. They gotta sign Colin Kaepernick at this rate. So, Tampa Bay, Carolina. That's the 2 teams on a bye for next week. And then I think the byes are over. Wow. Dallas, Baltimore. Since Baltimore's playing on Tuesday, that had to get pushed to Monday at 5 next week for NFL. Wow. Hey, what's good? Jagon, welcome on here. Yeah, Houston's been looking good all game long. Texas Tech was trailing by 20, and they've gotten on quite a bit of a run here as Houston is trying to see if they can close it out. So we got 7:46 left to go. We were on a timeout. We're going to get back here for a good Lone Star State showdown between these 2 teams. Wasn't the one that I was expecting today, though. I thought it'd be back and forth, but Texas Tech finds themselves trailing by 20, and now they're down by 11, trying to cut it to single digits for the first time in a while. McClung, no good, tried to force up a 3, didn't get the call, and Houston with a big rebound underneath. Cougars going to get it right back. Houston, so good on the perimeter defending here for the Cougars. They have that half court, and they get called for the offensive foul. Number 12 for the Cougars, Tremont Mark just collides right into a Texas Tech player and shoulders him right at the half-court logo. Offensive foul by Houston. Red Raiders will get it. Yeah, that would definitely be a great game there. Cleveland, Tennessee. 9-zip run by Texas Tech. Red Raiders now with a basketball. Jose, welcome back here. He's going to his house right now, it looks like, working with his mom. Hope work went well today. Texas Tech pass inside, and they're going to throw it down. Micah Peavy with a 2-handed flush as that goes down. Cuts it within single digits. That might have been the key to spark this offense for Texas Tech. Houston has it right at half court. They take it past the half court logo with Sasser. Sasser with the basketball, under 7 left to play in this one. All eyes glued to the final of this one as Houston has been struggling here. They have yet to hit a shot in the last 5 minutes, 45 seconds. They're going to take a 3 from the outside. No good off the mark, tipped up, and it gets tapped up in the air with a foul call. Looks like it's on Texas Tech, and that's their 7th. So timeout taken on the courts. 9-point game, 6:43 remains. Let's see here. It's probably maybe like in a year or two, most likely, because we've been trying to like work to save up or so to get to that point, but everything over here in Mass is just so expensive. So probably like 12 to 18 months, most likely. First free throw, Houston knocks it down. Second free throw coming up here by Mark. We got 6:43 left to go. Wow, Buccaneers have just made a 3-point game. So Chiefs Bucks, that's now 27-24. Second free throw, Tremont Mark at the line for Houston, and he hits that one. Houston at the free throw line today, looking pretty solid here, 7 for 9. We have 6:30 remaining in this one. Texas Tech now with the basketball. At the right wing, dribbles inside, underneath the basket, Kyler Edwards, and that's going to be a shooting foul. So Texas Tech going to find themselves shoot 2 at the free throw line here with Kyler Edwards. 6:30 remaining in this one. Wow, Raptor took the lead over Bradley there thanks to Mike Evans. What a game. Tremont Mark just picked up his 3rd for Houston, and Texas Tech has the chance to draw within 9, but they can't. They missed the first free throw. Welcome in here, Axel. Welcome in the stream. 6:30 left to go. Free throw number 2 coming up at the free throw line here by Texas Tech. And no good and out. Second missed free throw, went 0 for 2 that trip as Edwards missed both of them. Kyler Edwards, cold game. He has missed all 3 of his free throws and only has 3 points. Houston got the ball stolen away. Texas Tech with a big jam right there. Throws it down with Terrence Shannon. Has the chance to draw even closer here. Part of a 13-2 run here for Texas Tech in the last 4.5 minutes. Houston now with the basketball. They were doing great things, controlling the ball in the first half, but they have turned it over quite a bit recently. Houston has it top of the key. Moves over into the hands of Sasser. Under 6 minutes left to go. Cougars have it. 8 on the shot clock. Sasser, dribble drive inside with the left hand. Puts it up. No good. Fight for the rebound. And Texas Tech going to come down with it. Sasser is down on the ground right now. Texas Tech with it. And Sasser is still down as the clock will stop with 5:43 left to go. That's going to be an injury timeout right now. Marcus Sasser is hurt. That's not good for Houston. He's the leading scorer this season for the Cougars, and he scored 25 in the opening night game. Sasser today led the way with 15 points, and Sasser is hurt. So the sophomore guard, he had a great season last year as a freshman, and Sasser went down, and good to see, though, he's able to get back up on his feet. That is good as he was driving on McClung. He fell down. Ooh, yeah, he fell down really awkwardly underneath the hoop right there. That was a hard fall by Sasser, number 0. Yeah, Ezekiel Elliott just had a rough game. I need more from Zeke this year. Wow, looking at the fans in the stands, there are so many fans in this game along the sides. They didn't do social distancing properly at this arena. Like, behind the hoop, there's nobody there. But along the sides of the courts, people are packed in left and right. I guess that's Texas sports for you. Crazy. This game is on a neutral court, Fort Worth, Texas, at Dickies Arena for this game. This is actually where the arena that's going to hold the American Athletic Conference tournament at Dickies Arena. Man. We have an official review out on the court as well. That was a hard fall by Sasser down on the ground. Good to see that he's okay, though, as the clock stopped with 5:43. Houston in the second half here they have picked up 10 fouls so far in the second half. Texas Tech with 7. If you guys are new in the stream, spike that thumbs up, hit that like, hit that sub, ring the notification bell as well. Tomorrow night I plan on coming back as well. For tomorrow night, if I do have power, it will be North Carolina UNLV at 7. Texas Tech, much better job in the second half shooting. 53% in the second half compared to the first half, which was really rough. Texas Tech down by 9. They also get the basketball off the inbound. Red Raiders attacking the basket. Big block, though, by Houston, but they're going to call a foul here. Looks like it's on Gorham, and Gorham is heated about that. Gresham, actually. Gresham, number 55. He is heated right now. He goes along to the side with Kelvin Sampson. Clock will stop with 5:30. This is a throwback classic rivalry between these two teams. Both of these teams played in the Southwestern Conference together. They played each other in the SWC for 20 years, and they brought back some trash talking in this one today, as Dejan Giroux has been part of that for quite a bit earlier today, and Gresham wasn't happy about that. He thought it was a clean block. So the official right now talking along the side with Kelvin Sampson about the last foul call. And that's going to send Mac McClung over to the free throw line. It was a technical assess to Gresham, I believe, right there. First free throw goes down by McClung. Puts this one closer. 8-point game. They're drawing with him back. We still have 5:30 left to go. So we welcome back Vegas onto the stream here once again. And this game was a 20-point lead at one point for Houston. It's gone to 8 now. 8-point game. Chiefs and Bucks, dude. That game is just absolute fire right now. Second free throw, it's good at the line by Texas Tech. They put it to 7. And they're going to get an inbound as well. 2 minutes left to go in Chiefs. Bucks 27-24. Chiefs lead it. And by the way, the 49ers beat the Rams 23-20 in a game-winning field goal. Inbound here for Texas Tech. They have the chance to draw winning closer. No, they missed a layup. They had the chance to draw a foul and come in and to go to the line to shoot the and one, but no, they couldn't get the contact. They missed the layup. Houston got the rebound. Cougars have it. 5:10 left to go. At the right wing perimeter, into the hands of Giroux. Giroux, right baseline dribble. Moves it back over to the top of the key for the Cougars. 5 minutes left to go. Remaining in this one. Houston dribbles. Try to pass it over to the left baseline. That's going to be a foul picked up, though, by Texas Tech. Clock stops with 4:59 remaining. According to Xfinity, player of the game, LA Rams defense. Wow. It's going to result in 1-1 here in a bonus by Quentin Grimes of Houston, going at the free throw line. Or actually, they're going to say it's a shooting foul. So he was in his motion. I thought it was more of a pass right there, but ref's able to give Quentin Grimes the call, and he said shooting foul. So he's actually going to get 2 at the line. First free throw, he missed it. He'll have a second shot coming up here by Grimes. That looked more like a pass. We have 4:59 left to go in this one. If you guys are new in the stream, spike that thumbs up. Hitting that like helps out this video a ton. Being found on YouTube, hit the subscribe. Ring that notification bell as well as I cover play-by-play here, basketball games, college basketball, also NBA here on Behind the Arc Basketball. Seven-point game. Houston second shot coming up by Grimes at the line. This free throw's up, got it. 8-point game right now. Houston, as Texas Tech will have the ball with under 5 left to go. Red Raiders take it past the half-court logo. Moves over the top here to McClung. McClung, shot fake around the perimeter, dribbles towards the right wing behind the back. As he goes step back deep 2, no good. Missed it, but McClung falls down. He gets fouled. So Mac McClung, 2 shots coming up at the free throw line for Texas Tech in an 8-point game with 4:46 left to go. Wow, Chiefs get the victory, 27-24. So Buccaneers fall to 7-5. Chiefs going to go to 10-1. 2 shots here by Mac McClung, leading scorer for Texas Tech today with 16. Hasn't had a great efficient game though from the floor. 3 for 8 shooting, 0 for 5 from 3-point range. He has done his work at the free throw line where he is 10 for 12 in the game here. Who have 2 at the free throw line. First shot up, McClung, no good, missed his 3rd shot at the line right there. So 10 for 13. By the way, Rhode Island wins over San Francisco, 84-71, the final in that one. Second free throw, no good. McClung missed both of them. Rebound Houston. Houston still up by 8. They have the basketball. Houston has yet to score a single point in the last 8 minutes approximately. Cougars, they were up by 20 at one point in this game. They have the basketball, top of the key. Dribbles towards the right wing with Sasser. Into the hands here of Grimes. Grimes guarded by McClung. Grimes dribbles now. Free throw circle. Puts it up. It's up. No good. Not even close. Air ball. Rebound back to Texas Tech. Red Raiders have it. Moves it out around the perimeter. Shot fake. Drives inside here. Kyler Edwards. Lost control of the basketball. Goes out of bounds. The refs are going to say it's Houston's ball here as the clock will stop with 4:11. He had a chance right there to get the bucket inside, but no, as they lost control of it. We have 50 people on the stream right now. If you guys are new here, spike that thumbs up. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. We still have 4 minutes left to go here, folks, in this one. I cover play-by-play of basketball games as we're on Behind the Arc Basketball. College games, also NBA games. Houston with it as they have the ball at the top of the key. Cougars with the basketball into the hands of Sasser. Moves over to the left wing perimeter. Mark has it. Trayman Mark now with the ball. 3:45 left to go as Mark moves it back over to Sasser here at the top of the key. Sasser dribbles now, and before that, another foul here as the clock will pick up. Alex YouTube, thanks so much for the sub, man. Appreciate it. Von hopes David Johnson plays next week. He wants to start him for this upcoming week there. So, looks like you have some faith there in the Texans' offensive line this week, looks like. Wow, Raptor winning a tight game there to Bradley in fantasy. Wow. Edlo, welcome on board. Yeah, this game has gotten much closer than what it was. This game was a blowout at one point. Houston was up by 20. Alex Dutu praying out for Houston to close it out. As we're going to go to a timeout here in this one. We have 3:44 left to go in this game currently. So 3:44 left remaining in this one, and Houston has yet to hit a shot in the last 8 minutes and 43 seconds. They have yet to hit a shot. Insane game between these two teams. We take a look at the box score here. Texas Tech, the big story, was forcing turnovers early on and often in this one. This game is over on ESPN2. The leading scores for both of these teams for Houston. Marcus Sasser, he's got 15 today. Hit 3 perimeter shots. Quentin Grimes as well, 3 triples. He's got 14. Trayman Mark off the bench, he has got 8. As far as the Red Raiders, leading the way, Mac McClung, 16 points. 12 by Micah Peavy. Hey, what's good, Ryan? Welcome in, man. Shocking here. Oakland up against Michigan. Wow. Thanks so much for the scoreboard update, bud. And enjoy the rest of your night, Raptor. Appreciate it, man, for stopping on by. Sorry to hear that about your dog. Hopefully your dog feels better to you, for you, man. Passion TV, welcome on the channel here. Thanks so much. Sorry to hear that. You've yet to lose the bet. We still have time in this game, and Houston hasn't scored in a long time. Texas Tech trailing by 8 here, so there's still time. We have 3:45 left to go. That'd be a crazy comeback for the ages if Texas Tech's able to come back from this one. Louisville has a chance for the top 25. Well, they're not really playing a quality opponent right now. They're playing Prairie View A&M. They're up 64-48. Scoreboard update, Miami leads North Florida 61-48. And by the way, Michigan is losing to a 0-3 team, Oakland, 47-43. Baylor manhandling Washington, 68-41. Rhode Island got the victory today over San Francisco, 84-71. Rhode Island's got a big game coming up this week against Seton Hall at home at the Ryan Center. Yeah, that'd be phenomenal someday, man, to get 100K here on the channel. Dobo Chase Cinco, welcome in here on the stream. Appreciate it, bud, for being a part here. Needs Texas Tech to cover the spread for this one for him. So 8-point game right now as we're going to get right back. 3:45 left to go. As Houston got fouled before the timeout, they're going to go to the free throw line here for the Cougars. So 3:45 left. First free throw. Cougars. Sink it. 57-48. They're going to have a second chance here at the free throw line for Houston. Thanks so much for the sub, man. Really appreciate it. Second free throw. Houston drains it down. They're up by 10 here. 58-48. Houston making the most of their opportunities at the line. 10 for 13. Texas Tech really struggling today. 12 for 23 at the free throw line. Mac McClung with the basketball. Dribbles inside. Puts it up and it gets blocked by Houston. Cougars with the basketball. Also a foul as well from behind by Texas Tech. And Houston now in the double bonus as the Cougars will go back to the free throw line this time and shoot 2 shots. 3:31 left to go, and Micah Peavy, the 4-star freshman, playing his 3rd college basketball game for the Red Raiders, just picked up his 5th, and he is fouled out. Shizu, welcome on the channel here. Glad to have you on the stream here, man. He needs Houston to cover that for 11 plus. Justin Gorham, double bonus here for Houston, shooting 2 shots. First free throw, got it. Oh, that's awesome. Jackson found my channel when he was looking for the schedule for the season. That's awesome, man. Really appreciate it for finding my channel. Yes, Santa watching the game, impressed by Houston. Wearing the red right here, out to support the Cougars, I guess, because they get the red jerseys today. I've been impressed by Houston here. 60-48, both of the free throws went down at the line. Texas Tech has it. At the right elbow, Shannon. Bounce pass underneath as they're going to put it up. Texas Tech got it. Up and in off the backboard, but they're going to say they turned it over. They took too many steps inside. So that's going to be turnover number 17. They had made the shot, but they erased the bucket since Texas Tech traveled inside the post with it, and Houston will have it back. Approaching 3 minutes left to go. Taser Gaming, thanks so much for stopping on by here. Ray, welcome on the channel. Yeah, Tampa lost, so they're 7-5 now. They lost to Kansas City. Houston with the basketball. 3 minutes left to go. 10 seconds on the shot clock. At the top of the key for the Cougars. As they dribble, drive inside, Marcus Sasser, pass out to the right corner, clear space, Grimes takes the 3, hit the front rim, no good, fight for the rebound, bodies collide, Texas Tech had it, pass it to the wrong player, Houston gets the basketball back, and we have a foul on the floor here, clock will stop with 2:43. By the way, this Houston team is deep. They are without Cameron Tyson in this game today, who shot the ball over 40% from the perimeter at Idaho 2 seasons ago, and he did not play in this game today. That is how deep this Cougars team is. They can get out and defend the perimeter. And heading into this matchup, they had held their opponents 2 for 29 shooting from the outside. And today, once again, holding Texas Tech, a team that was shooting above 40% from three-point range heading into this matchup, to only 4 for 16 from the outside shooting in this one. So 2 shots coming up at the free throw line by Houston, by Quentin Grimes coming up here for the Cougars. Hey, appreciate it, Taser Gaming. Thanks so much, man, for stopping on by. First free throw. That one's up. That one's good. Tomorrow, it's supposed to be like really windy and rainy tomorrow, so I'm not even sure if I'm gonna have power. We're supposed to get like 60-mile-per-hour winds where I am, but if I have power, I plan on covering North Carolina UNLV at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Second free throw, no good. Texas Tech got the basketball. Dribbled up the court, took the jumper. That one's up and good. Timeout taken on the court, Chris Beard. 2:35 left to go. Next week here, Vaughn puts out quarterback Big Ben. He's got his fantasy football lineup set, it looks like. Aaron Jones, to be determined, is his wide receivers Juju, Metcalf, and Eric Ebron is tight end. And the flex to be determined. Looks like he's got it all set up until positive cases wreck it. Like, that's what happened to my fantasy football lineup this week was James Conner was one of my running backs, and I had to get another running back off the waiver wire. So right now, as we take a look at it, Scores in college basketball currently. Baylor crushing Washington 74-45 to score there. Number 25 ranked Michigan somehow losing to Oakland 51-49 against a 0-3 Oakland team. Louisville up against Prairie View A&M 69-51. Miami leads North Florida 65-50. And Rhode Island winners today against San Francisco, improving to 500 for URI. They win 84-71 against San Francisco, who beat Virginia earlier this week in an upset on Friday. So talk about craziness in college basketball. You have got it. It's going to be Houston's basketball. Houston has been able to extend their lead without making their last 10 shots from the floor. Cougars now with the ball. They're going to take it past half court, and Texas Tech picks up another foul. Clock will stop with 2:28 left to go, and Mac McClung picks up his fourth as Houston will be in the double bonus. Yeah, URI with a big game coming up, my man, Vegas, against Seton Hall at the Ryan Center. If they can beat Seton Hall, they have a chance to go 3-2. And they got BC on Friday as well, so they have a chance to go 4-2 if they're able to win against those two opponents and able to close it out this time and hit their free throws against BC and able to even the series at 1-1 against them. First free throw, Trayman Mark for Houston, knocked it down. Second shot, no good, rolled around the rim and out. Rebound, Texas Tech. Texas Tech going to take a three straight away. No good. Tipped up in the air, and it hits the baseline out of bounds. Out of bounds by Houston, so Texas Tech going to get it back. 2:16 left remaining. This game is shockingly... I didn't think it'd be this big of a deficit here. Yeah. It might get postponed, honestly. Steelers-Ravens on Tuesday. Oh, sorry to hear that. Ryan got... yeah, he had Lamar in his roster too. Vegas had Lamar in his roster too. That's unfortunate. And, oh, you had to start Derek Carr. Oof. So right now we got 2:11 left to go here. So we welcome in Danny. Appreciate it, man, for stopping on by. Quentin Grimes going to check off the court here for Houston. As we have a timeout taken on the court as well. So 2:11 left to go here, folks, into this one right now. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to spike that thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell as well. I cover play-by-play games here, college basketball, also NBA games here on the channel. I'm Behind the Arc Basketball. Not sure if I'm going to be back tomorrow. I usually cover games almost every day or so. But tomorrow is supposed to get a huge windstorm where I am, like 50, 60 mile per hour winds. So not sure if I'm going to have power over here tomorrow. But if I do have power by the time I get home from work, I plan on covering North Carolina UNLV at 7 Eastern if the storm isn't bad and I still have power. But if not, hopefully I have my power back by Tuesday so I can cover the Champions Classic. Michigan State, Duke, Kansas, Kentucky. Yeah, Baylor looking so good right now. Looking like the real deal. 76-45 over Washington. Make it 78 for Baylor. They just hit another shot in that game. And shocking game here is that Oakland is leading Michigan 56-55. So keep you guys posted on some of that stuff going on right now. Yeah, Maine doesn't play till December 12th. They were supposed to play Virginia at Mohegan Sun, and then Virginia upgraded their matchups over the week, or to say they agreed to play San Francisco and place the Maine. And yeah, that was a disaster for Virginia this week. As we get right back into it, 2 minutes remaining. It's Houston basketball as they pass over to the right corner perimeter. 18 on the shot clock here. Houston has yet to hit a shot in the last 12 and a half minutes. Somehow, they have extended their lead from 9 to 12 because of the amount of times they have gone to the free throw line. Cougars had it, but they're going to get called for the offensive foul. Number 12, Trayman Mark, elbows a Texas Tech defender, and the Red Raiders going to have it right back as they took the charge. Texas Tech has had multiple opportunities in this game to break through. They just haven't got there. Texas Tech going to have the basketball. Minute 40 remaining. Red Raiders have it. Dribbles left baseline. Puts it up. And they score up and in. Off the window for two by the Red Raiders. Also fouled. And they're going to go to the free throw line. See if they can put this one to single digits right there. with 1:41 left to go. I'll take a look at that. Tennessee. They play. Oh, it's the weekend before, so it's December 12th is their first game against Cincinnati now. One shot at the line, knocks it down, puts it to a 9-point game. Houston has yet to score a single bucket in the last 10 minutes and 49 seconds. Cougars with the basketball. Ball off the inbound, 1:38 remaining. As we have another quick foul picked up on the court. Texas Tech picked up a quick foul, and Houston will go back to the double bonus, shoot 2 here at the free throw line. So right now 62-53 to score. And Houston's been solid at the free throw line today. 14 for 19 compared to Texas Tech, which is 13 for 24. First free throw. Houston knocks it down. If Houston hadn't been hitting their free throw shots in this one, this game would have been much closer right now. We'd be possibly going into overtime. Instead, Houston by 10. Second free throw knocks it down for the Cougars. They extend it back to 11. 1:35 remaining in this one. Texas Tech now with the basketball. They take it past half court at the left wing, and we're going to have another quick whistle here being blown. Clock will stop with 1:36, and it was a turnover by Texas Tech with the ball off a double dribble past half court. So Houston will get the ball right back. Texas Tech with a lot of uncharacteristic turnovers. They've had 17 of those today. 1:30 left to go. Houston has it. Almost lost it around the perimeter here at the left wing. Cougars now with the basketball into the hands of Tremont Mark. He's going to man wide open, and now Texas Tech able to cover him. Player in the post open if they want it for Houston. Houston has it at the left baseline. Moves it back to a wide open player around the right wing. Texas Tech is now double teaming. Houston now with the basketball. 1:09 left to go. Dish out to the top of the key. Wide open three. Takes it. No good off the mark by Houston. Texas Tech comes up with a rebound by Santos Silva. Out on the transition break. Texas Tech lost control of the ball, but Houston knocked it out there. Clock will stop with 59 seconds. So Texas Tech going to get the inbound coming up here. 59.3 remaining. Vaughn's never going to pick up Derek Carr. Yeah. Raiders just got destroyed today by the Falcons, and Raiders are on the down right now. 64-53, the score right now. Hey, what's good? Passion TV, 126.5. I would say that's probably out of the reach right now, most likely. We have 1 minute left to go. Unless both of these teams keep on falling, there could be a chance. Texas Tech puts it up, no good. And Houston comes up with the rebounds. Houston's just going to dribble here and take a lot of time off the clock, so it's down to 50 seconds. Cougars now with it, 45 seconds. Texas Tech not going to pick up a foul either, it looks like. It's an 11-point lead by Houston. 35 seconds left to go. Houston still dribbles it right now. Jawan Roberts never scored today. He never even took a shot today, so he has 0. He has 0 rebounds, too, today. He had 14 rebounds in the last game. 64-53. Houston missed a three-point shot. Rebound back to Texas Tech. 15 seconds left to go, and Texas Tech not even going to bother scoring in this one. The Lone Star State battle goes to the team that was underdogs heading into this one, the Houston Cougars. Going to pick up the W today as this game has gone final 64-53. Huge statement win here for Houston coming into this one as they will propel up and forward, move past Texas Tech in the rankings come tomorrow. Huge statement game here for the Houston Cougars. 3-0 for the second time in the last 3 seasons here. Calvin Sampson really has gotten this team to get out, defend the perimeter at a high level. Once they did it today against Texas Tech, holding a 40% three-point shooting team to only 4 for 18 from the perimeter today in this game. And 2 of their top stars, once again, balling out on the court for the Cougars. 17 by Marcus Sasser, 15 by Quentin Grimes in this one. And Houston holding Texas Tech here to 39% shooting. 16 by Mac McClung, the leading scorer for the Red Raiders. And 12 by Micah Peavy in this game here. So that's a wrap to this one. I am shocked by this game being a blowout here because it was a 20-point lead that Houston got out to at one point. And Houston had yet to score a single bucket in the last 12 minutes and 27 seconds. Yet they won this game because of the amount of free throws that they hit at the free throw line. Houston did it at the charity stripe today, 16 for 21. Whereas Texas Tech really tossed up bricks at the free throw line and went 13 for 24. And that was a huge difference here in the second half. So that's a wrap here to this one, everybody. Thanks so much for stopping by. Really appreciate it. Tomorrow I might be back, might not. It depends if I have power tomorrow. We're supposed to get a bad storm tomorrow, 60-mile-per-hour wind gust. But if I do come back tomorrow, it's probably going to be North Carolina UNLV at 7 p.m. Eastern time if I do have power. If not, I plan on covering the Champions Classic games on Tuesday if I have power restored by then with Duke and Michigan State and Kansas versus Kentucky. So make sure to ring that notification bell so you get my notification so you do know when I go live tomorrow, because I have no clue if I'm going to even have power tomorrow when I get home from work. But hopefully I do, so I can pull off a stream. But I heard it's pretty bad storms we're going to get tomorrow over here in southern New England. But that's a wrap here to this stream. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday night here, everybody. Houston improving 3-0 to start the season, everybody, as this is Behind the Arc Basketball. Wrapping up Sunday night here. Thanks so much for stopping by, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.